All right, we're going again.
You started at the intro again.
What do you mean? The intro was starting.
No, okay, like it does the drum roll and then you're supposed to start.
Well, we're not doing that.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh my
we haven't
God.
done that once. Why would we do that now? Okay, Chris. Bryce.
Yep.
Justin.
Are you gonna say something, bro?
You gonna say
yeah.
anything?
Well, you guys didn't say
That
anything.
guy officially.
Yeah, actually,
I mean, they actually did literally.
Nolan, what color
I did
Tim
hear it.
would you wear? Yeah, what color?
I mean, I wear Tim's.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, like the OG, right?
Yeah, the OG, that light brown Tim.
If you wouldn't wear Tim's, why wear Tim's?
Can we describe
Absolutely.
what kind of color those Tims are? Like the
They're
brown.
light brown, sort of a
it's-
creamy, but a little bit more brown than cream. It's like coffee creamed.
They're like
I don't know. I feel like coffee creamer is like coffee
they're like
cream. Is like,
ShamWow yellow.
that's yeah.
Yellow.
Yeah,
You
for
guys think
sure.
it's yellow? I mean, I feel like the rubber is a little bit more yellow.
I feel like
get what you're
it's
saying,
like,
but
it's
they're definitely like a yellowy orange.
dust covered school bus.
Okay. Tech guy, can you look up what the Timberland color is? I'm sure they have their own, like they have that marketed
Timberland
trademark.
brown.
I was about to say, just gonna say brown.
Timberland color?
Yeah.
Is that what I'm... Okay.
Where's the
You're just gonna
Timberland
get
color?
like different colored Tims probably.
Yeah, I definitely got different colored Tims. Let's see.
You
Look
gotta look up what they're like.
We
Look up
have
what is
like
their
a-
trademark color.
Well, don't look up a picture. Look up like
Trademark
something on the internet. You know.
Timberland.
Don't
color.
look up a picture, look something on the
Oh,
internet.
I mean, you know, like a web search. I mean, you are doing a web search, but you don't look at pictures. You want to look at like
It says
some
yellow.
answers, bro.
I mean, they're definitely yellow.
Yeah,
Oh,
it's,
I thought they were brown.
Yeah.
I need to
Well,
get my
okay,
eyes
it's different
checked.
When
colors.
you
So
look
it's
at
like
Tim's as much as I have, you don't really question those things anymore.
it's like how like every snowflake is different. It's like every Tim is
I
different.
don't think so.
Well, they do
don't know that.
they do come off a line.
Yeah, they do. They are manufactured
but
like snowflakes.
Bryce actually got to see it in real time. That I'm a little colorblind, so
Well, that's
not on yellow, but
That's neat.
What color are you?
like blue green a little bit.
I can't see red and orange.
You can't see red and orange.
No, like I can't tell the difference.
If I take my glasses off, I can't see it like at all.
Oh yeah, same.
I mean, same.
I'm just a perfect person.
Yeah, but for the audience,
Oh,
if they're like listening to the audio version, well, we don't even have a video version where you can see Bryce. Bryce has perfect 20/20 vision. Let's go.
Yeah, he's smart.
If
dude.
you're-
I feel like I'm peeking really hard in this.
It's like the way that you
episode.
said that is like if we had a video version,
bad
you would
news.
be able to tell that I had 20/20 vision.
Well, they can tell that you don't have glasses on.
That's true. I guess that's true.
I mean, maybe, yeah. All right.
You could have context, but
Yeah, my sister doesn't wear glasses, and she certainly does not have 20/20 vision. My sister is legally blind in one of her eyes. All right.
What episode is this?
This is episode 10.
Yeah.
Every episode ending in a 0. We're going to do some cringe shit instead. Also, what we're going to be doing specifically is we're going to be taking a smaller part from 2 shows I don't think are worth covering in their entirety that are similar to one another, and then we're going to compare them. And at the end, we will have a battle of wits between Bryce and Chris, where they will each get an allotted time to argue
the fuck.
whether which one's better.
What?
Yo, I love this idea.
A little lore for us. Bryce and I actually took the same college debating course, and the teacher said we were the best 2 in the class. So, yeah,
I think this is whenever we're
I
getting
can't
that.
believe Chris could get in the same college as Bryce could. It's fucking shocking.
Well, all I'm saying is I think whenever we get to the end, the debate that we have is definitely going to be college level for sure.
yeah. All I'm saying is I'm going to be picking up on if any characters wear Tims. I hope that. Wait, are we gonna know right now which
Bad
side?
news.
I'm all.
Do you want to know before or after who you're repping?
I think it should be after, so they have to pay
Yeah, you
attention
know
to
what?
both.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know. I feel like we could definitely make a better case if we know.
That's
so we
true.
can, like,
If we know,
gather our
we're
evidence.
gonna really be able to press hard.
So you're just gonna talk about both of them, and then I'm only gonna focus on one of them.
Well,
Okay.
that's
Maybe,
kind of why I
okay,
don't want to do it.
Don't do
before.
it. Don't do
I
it.
want you to be paying attention.
But
And then at the end, you're gonna be like, "All right, you got this one," and I'm gonna say Which one's that?
Well, good news. Let's hope that's not true for you.
I was gonna say like you would pay attention to one, and let's say it goes like first, you would completely forget. Like,
By the way,
Facts.
fun fact, Bryce, this is a major grade on your report card. So
Is this the?
Is this
this is not his final, but this is his second major grade.
okay? But do I have any grades? Okay, what is that? What is that?
Well, you can make that even the least bit less
I was gonna
impressive.
say you could do that, but not right next to the mic next time.
Yeah, just like be anywhere else. Also, we're gonna start.
all right, let's start.
Are you ready? Okay.
Have we been talking about what show it is?
Yeah. Okay, so we're gonna. Good point. Now we're gonna be covering the final match from both Slam Dunk and comparing it to the final match from Crokinole Basket. These two things have a lot of things in common and a lot of things not in common. But all of which I have slides that we'll talk about that shit in.
Basket bear.
This will be the first time, by the way, where if you're watching the video, everything I'm saying is not paraphrased on the slides. I did that because it would be obnoxious to have done that this time. But yeah, we're going to go through both matches in their entirety. And I'm going to give you brief background to the shows themselves and then the characters in the matches especially. And then we're going to cover the matches. Now, I want to preface here that these matches are pretty long, but because they're sports anime matches, it won't actually feel as long as it would be if you watched it. So, we'll get into the length of the matches and stuff in a
Or you
minute.
got Guts on the left side with like the blue arrow down,
They look a little bit like him, yeah. A little bit.
and then on the right, or to the right of him a little bit, you got John from Attack on Titan.
Yeah, a little.
You also
That's a
got
lot more of a stretch.
you also got Light Yagami from Death Note.
Where?
Well, I'm just saying.
Oh, he's there. Just there. He's
Where?
just there.
He's right
Like,
there, yeah.
and the bottom
Yes,
left
yeah, I can
of
see
the
him.
the right side.
Oh,
Except he has red hair. Like, just look at his face.
That's a severe stretch.
Yeah,
yeah,
I think
that's
that
a
one's
stretch.
worse.
How's that a stretch?
That's a stretch.
How is it not?
The one on the right looks like Levi.
We're moving on from that slide. Okay, so don't read ahead of me here because I
Okay,
want to
okay.
say this to you.
I'm just gonna look straight at you, bro.
Okay, fair.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm not looking at you, so just
Well, yeah.
If,
Well,
if he stops, someone let me know.
I'm looking at you,
Can you
bro.
see me in the reflection of the TV?
No,
You see the candle.
I'm not only looking at you. My eyes
I actually
wide open.
can see the that corner of the table, and that's it. But yeah, okay. So what is Slam Dunk? We'll talk about Slam Dunk first. We're going to cover Slam Dunk's match first and talk about Slam Dunk first, but we're going to talk about both series and their similarities before we get into either match. Okay. Slam Dunk is a sports manga written and illustrated by Takahiko Inoue, who is the author also most notably of Vagabond,
Vagabond?
correct?
Bro, that reminds me of my favorite character from Bleach too.
Yeah.
In a way.
What?
My girl.
It's
But
Orihime.
or he may, bro. But yeah, it started in October 1st, 1990, and ended in 1996 in June. The series was, I'm talking ridiculously popular. I want y'all to, before we get into the metrics on how popular this show was, stop it. Fucking stop. I can't. But
I can't do
before
it.
we get into the metrics,
Every time he looks at me, I just couldn't on my face.
yeah, you look gross. So, but yeah, while we're on top, I want y'all to wager for me. How popular do y'all think compared to all other Shonen Jump stuff that Slam Dunk actually is?
I know what it is, but I don't think. I think it is critically acclaimed, and that people know what it is, but I don't think it's like that well read in modern times. That's my opinion.
Well, get ready for what I'm about to tell you.
Oh, shit.
So I didn't say anything.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, I kind of spoiled that. So,
It's popular,
Dude, he's smart, dude.
he did it. He knew.
but not as popular right now as One Piece.
Okay.
Or his fairy tale.
It's not as popular ever as One Piece, but get this shit. That is the only Shonen Jump series ever that is more popular than Slam Dunk. This includes Dragon Ball and other stuff.
It's about basketball.
Yeah, correct.
Okay, well,
Thanks for putting that in
basketball
there.
is kind of pretty cool.
We had to give Justin the smart guy.
So here we go. So the art style of the series is notably more realistic than almost anything else ever in Shonen Jump. The only thing I think even kind of compares to it is Fist of the North Star. You can also one thing that's really, really notable about Slam Dunk is it is so much of the reason that anyone in Japan even likes basketball that the National Japan Basketball Association literally got basically bowed down to Inoue and said, thank you so much for making this even a sport here at all, basically. He has a scholarship because of how popular Slam Dunk is called the Slam Dunk Scholarship, and that is their premier basketball scholarship in Japan. So if you're going to play on a collegiate level and you're the best player in the country, you would receive this scholarship every time. You can even get the scholarship to transfer to the US to play.
I was about to say, is there
go.
I know there's a lot of really good
This is
international.
funded by Shueisha, but yeah,
I was
continue.
gonna say, I know there's a lot of really good international players that end up playing in the US and the NBA. Are there any I don't know a whole lot about basketball. Are there any very high profile Japanese player in the NBA or anything like that?
Not that I know of. I didn't look it up though. I thought about it, but I didn't really look into it. But yeah, it's it's really, really important to Japan's pop culture. There was one thing I was going to bring up here. It's so popular in Japan. There was a PhD student at Cornell University who said in a dissertation about racial factors in Japan, he was basically studying how they got influenced by other cultures and other races in Japan in the first place. He credited the entire hip hop and basketball movement to the release of Slam Dunk. He's like, I don't think hip hop would be popular almost at all in Japan if Slam Dunk never came out. And he did a bunch of studies on how Slam Dunk did that, but basically his paper broke down if Slam Dunk never came out, almost all influence from black cultures on Japan would be severely mitigated. Also, let's just get into how popular this is. As of 2014, Slam Dunk sold 121 million copies. And until 2003, it had the 3 best-selling volumes of any manga ever. Until it was eventually passed by Dragon Ball, which then was passed by One Piece. But Dragon Ball overall has sold a little bit less. Slam Dunk is the 4th best-selling manga of all time as of 2018 because they reprinted the first 6 volumes in special editions, and those sold. All 6 of them were in the top 15 best-selling manga volumes of the next 2 years, and the first 4 were in the best-selling top 10, 3 of which were top 5.
God.
Slam Dunk also was the Young Adult Library Services of the U.S. claimed that it is the greatest graphic novel for teens ever in 2009. Japan's Media Festival in 2006 said it was the best manga ever written.
I mean, when did Fairy Tail come out though?
After this.
After
That is fair.
2006, yeah.
Let's talk about things that people said after that then. For 10 consecutive years, it was the most requested live action adaptation of any manga ever. In 2014, Da Vinci Magazine voted it the 4th best shonen series of all time.
What did they put above that?
I believe it was Dragon Ball, One Piece, and I don't know the other one, but there was another one above it.
Da Vinci.
My guess is going to be Hunter x Hunter because most of the time, if something loses, it's to Hunter x Hunter or Kingdom.
I mean, Hunter x Hunter is
It's good. It's pretty high. Tsutaya Comic of All Time Awards, it received 2nd only behind Kingdom. That was done, I believe, in 2018 as well. TV Asahi's Manga Sosenkyo 2021 poll. They do this poll every year. And the reason I bring this up, I actually mentioned this to Bryce, another one of my friends. I said that they do the poll every year, and they were like, oh, isn't this just a most popular series now? Well, almost no series ever just randomly appears in the top 10. The reason I even bring that up is because I mentioned to them that Demon Slayer in a single year got top 2. That is Never happened before.
We got a live.
Was it Gintama is the other one?
Gintama's?
Gintama's number 3.
Well, Gintama is really popular.
Hunter x Hunter is actually 11.
11?
Yeah.
Hunter was 11. Was that on that one?
Mm-hmm.
Da Vinci.
Bro, I can't remember. There was like a maybe. Oh, it was fucking. I was reading Tokyo Ghoul, and there was a scene where the main villain is like they're going to like attack him, and he's like sitting in his room, and he has like his homies like fight the good guys or whatever, and he's like mega chill, and he just goes back to his desk and just starts reading Gintama. He's like, I love Gintama.
Gintama is like so good, dude. Gintama is considered to have like 2 of the best anime movies ever made.
It's definitely something I want to
And
do.
it's a comedy series, right?
Well, kind of.
Oh.
Gintama is kind of described as being every genre all at once because it can literally do everything in a single arc. It's actually crazy if you get further into it. It's good. Back to this. Okay, so in this poll though, Slam Dunk was still the 3rd best manga ever, according to a poll of 150,000 people, which is it's a lot of people to get to do a poll. That's so many. And the only 2 things above it were Demon Slayer and One Piece. So one of the things about Slam Dunk is essentially in almost every poll ever done about Slam Dunk, it was in the top 5 best series ever. I don't really understand that.
I was about to say, do you think all of this praise is like warranted?
Oh hell no! I think it's just really. I think there's a lot of nostalgia
right
involved
time,
in this.
right
time,
place.
right place kind of thing. Yeah, exactly. And it's so ingrained in manga culture in Japan. Like if you talk about sports series and you don't put Slam Dunk as your favorite, you actually get shit on like you would not believe. And I don't even think Slam Dunk is a top 5 sports manga.
All right, top 5 go.
I think Haikyuu, Major.
Well, no, like in order.
I'm not going to order them. Haikyuu, Major, Ace of Diamond, Baby Steps, and Ippo I think are all better.
Baby steps.
I love Aki of Damon.
Aki of Damon is really good, yeah.
I actually watched all of Aki of Damon with Nolan. And he actually also made his top 5 characters of top 100 characters of all time. And Miyuki was number 2.
Yeah.
I mean,
the main character of Major was top 15.
There you go.
Was he number 12 or something like that?
I feel like they don't know who Miyuki is, though. Like you said, it was Miyuki.
Miyuki. He's the guy who does the catching.
Yeah,
Okay.
he's
He's one of those guys that like squats,
By the way,
in baseball.
Random fact about me that's not random pertains directly to what we're talking about. I'm a huge sports anime fan. That's like maybe my favorite genre. I've read them all like 3 times each.
Honestly, I think because of you, that's probably like my favorite genre.
But you haven't read Climbing Girls 3 times.
I haven't. You're right. on that
I
one.
did ask if you wanted to watch that.
I've watched an episode and I was like,
I
that's
did not watch an
enough of
episode.
Climbing Girls.
We watched that together, didn't we?
We did, yeah.
That was terrible.
That was actually horrendous.
It sounds pretty terrible.
All right, so what we're going to be talking about is the match between the main team, which is Shohoku, which is these fellas, and their match against the best team in the nation.
Are they the main characters?
These are the main characters, Shohoku is, and they're against the best team in the country, which is called Sannoh. We'll talk about Sannoh in a second, but these are the main characters. I want to get to who these people are real quick before we move on. The match that I'm covering is 53 manga chapters long. The other one is 43. I believe.
The other series?
The other series match is 43. So the one with what's funny is that we're definitely going to have to talk about this one less than the other one, but we'll get to why that is in a second. Okay. So the main character of the series is the redhead guy in the middle, Sakuragi. He is a first-year athlete. He has never competed in anything before until right now. This is very overdone in sports.
Yeah.
In sports anime. That's actually going to be one of the key differences between this series and the other series is that Kagami, the main protagonist of the other series, has been playing basketball since he was dead ass a little ass child.
Yo, toss me a pen.
Wait.
I gotta start writing.
What?
I gotta start writing.
I
Justin, I need to start writing.
Okay.
What?
Okay.
What's going on?
You really have a whole thing of pens over there, bro.
I don't know where I put it.
No, Justin has them.
No, they're literally right behind you.
Justin,
Give me back my fucking pin.
Because even though the
Damn it.
Justin, you should have caught that, you little butterfinger
What the
man.
fuck, Justin?
There might be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15 pens in my hand, but I needed yours.
I don't like how your eyes were like wide when you said that. You're like, I need yours.
I need yours.
I need yours.
Chris was freaking me out there.
Okay.
Yeah, what's
I
up?
was gonna ask. So when you meant that, you said that like this guy has basically just not played before this.
He's never played before the year that's currently happening.
Chris, there's a ball on the end of the pin
When we
that you have to take off. Oh, you already took it off because you were fucking going with that.
Okay, well, I need to write, dude.
okay,
What the fuck are you
do
writing?
it.
Right.
Dude, okay, look.
What are
if
you
I'm
writing?
going to win this competition, okay? I'm a first-year debater, and so I'm up with my guy Sakuragi.
I have a strong feeling I know how this debate at the end about to go.
Oh shit!
Would you like a piece of paper, Bryce,
I
to
don't
start
need one.
writing?
You don't
Oh,
need one.
shit. Okay.
He's too smart for that. All right. Okay. Now, Sakuragi, like I said, he's a first-year athlete. He has never played basketball before the current goings-on of the story. He is a second year in high school. And actually, he's a first year. He's a first year. The other first year is Rukawa, the guy directly to his left. Those two are their best players, believe it or not.
That guy plays a lot of basketball.
course they are.
He's played basketball his whole entire life, right?
He has.
Yeah, of course. You can tell it in his smugness.
Yeah, he is one of the best players in Japan. And he is one of the best rookies in their country, but he's not necessarily heralded as such, but he is very, very good. Okay. The guy all the way on the right we'll barely ever mention. Don't even worry about him.
The far right.
Yeah.
I'm glad because, something about him is off-putting.
Is that his design's worse than the other five?
Yes.
By like a lot? Okay.
Yes.
He looks like he wasn't.
He
supposed
looks
to be
like
important
he's
in
like
first place.
the student teacher, or
Yes,
he's like a
he looks
teacher.
like a student teacher. He does not look like, I don't know.
He's like the guy from Haikyuu that like has to like. He's not even a teacher. He's like their coach. I
Yeah,
guess.
he's like their manager kind of thing. Yeah.
And he likes poems.
Yeah, he does. Now, Akagi. Okay, so the main character started playing basketball because his love interest character, this chick he really likes, was like, he walked up to her to talk to her because he thought she was hot. And she's like, wow, you're tall. You want to join my brother's basketball team? And he's like, sure. Because he thought he would get to talk to her more often. And it turned out that it didn't really matter because she's into the other guy anyways.
Which other guy?
Yeah.
Rukawa. The really good guy. Yeah, the prodigy guy.
I mean,
wants to
you're
fuck him.
saying he's a prodigy. I think Sakuragi
Yeah,
is probably more of a prodigy.
I was gonna bring this up.
Yeah,
I'm
if
glad
he's
you
one of
mentioned that
their best
already.
players,
Especially
maybe.
in this game. Like, he has bad games because he's new, but they really over-exaggerate that he did bad. His worst game, he has a better average score than the average score of like every high school player in the U.S. So just pointing that out.
very good.
I mean, I feel like the really good players in high school like super pop off though because they're just like so much better than everyone else.
Yeah, but still by the average, he is definitely above average. Which
Okay,
is
also another thing about Kiminobu, the guy on the right, he has such a bronze tan on that arm of his. Like
He does.
compared to his neck is like does he wear a full mask and like something to cover his neck? He's spray tanned to that arm.
It does kind of look like it's a little darker, but I feel like it might just be because it's
The
so
reflection
far.
of the red.
Maybe. He's also a little far from the rest of his body, so it's hard to tell. But yeah, his love interest character, her brother, is Akagi. He's the captain of their team. You can tell when they're the captain because they're number 4. So this is true for, I guess, all, because I've read 3 basketball manga in Japan, and every single one of them, whoever's number 4 is their captain. So there you go. And by coincidence, their best player seems to always be 11.
Just a
it just
nod to this, I'm sure.
happens to be like that, yeah. Shohoku also has these two on the left here. So these two are introduced later in the show. Their names are Mitsui and Ryota. Ryota is like probably their least significant player, especially for the game we're going to be talking about specifically. And he's their point guard. and Mitsui is their shooting guard. Akagi is their center. So Mitsui as a shooting guard, his gimmick is that he's broken and basically doesn't miss. They say, I mean, he can miss, but when it matters, he never does.
Stephen Curry.
Stephen Curry, bro. Speaking of Stephen Curry, we got super Stephen Curry in Crocodile Basket, but Stephen Curry, but a lot better than Stephen Curry.
That's the best thing about these sports series. Like when we finished Ace of Diamond, I decided to watch a game of baseball. How do people like baseball?
It's pretty interesting, isn't it? I feel like Aki is just like baseball, but the pauses in baseball they just talk during, but otherwise it's like the same speed baseball goes.
I enjoy watching baseball.
Like I can watch baseball.
I can watch
but
baseball
I can't watch
if I'm there
a lot. Yeah, it's much funner to watch in person.
Yeah.
It's also kind of cheap to go. I feel like it's the cheapest sport.
Right,
to
it's
actually
one of those
attend.
things
It
where you
also
like
depends on what the team is. Like I'm almost
Like I ain't trying to
positive.
watch no Rangers.
I was about to say I'm almost positive like the Red Sox tickets are like a lot more expensive on
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
People are going
Yankees
to
and
the
Red
Red
Sox.
Sox.
Especially a Yankees Red Sox game.
Ooh,
That shit's like
sold out.
That's where you go if you want to watch people murder each other in cold blood. If you want to see a murder, attend the Yankees Red Sox games. Okay. But yeah, so Mitsui, by the way, had a rebellious delinquent phase where he became a shithead for a while and tried to like come into their fucking gym and stab people. Don't worry about that. He's reformed completely. In the span of like a day, he came back and he was
now.
like, I'm good.
Yeah, they put out a fluff piece on him.
Yeah, now I'm broken again. Okay,
Nice.
so also Ryota wants to fuck their manager. She is hot. So
That's as all the managers have to be.
yep. So there you go. That's our gimmick with these guys. That's
staple.
That's mostly what you need to know for now. We'll move on to their opposing team here.
Actually, you know what? I say that, but it seems a little less like cartoonish.
Yeah.
Wow, these guys have matching haircuts.
Yeah. So Sannoh, their opposing team, all have the same haircut. I'm assuming their coach makes them do this. The important ones, I know it's going to be hard to fucking tell these people apart, but Fukatsu, number 4, is the second best point guard in the entire country. Sawakita.
That's the captain, right? He's got 4.
Sawakita, number 9, is the best player in the entire country.
You can tell because he, instead of like, what do you call this? They basically took a bowl and then shaved their head down in a bowl, and then they also have like a little bit on the sides. You can tell he's better than them because he faded.
Yeah, he has the
He's
fade.
got the fade.
He's also got a much more anime facial expression.
Yeah, he's looking at you like, you gonna be able to
he
do
looks
it?
hotter.
You gonna take this?
He's got one more spice to that look. You know?
They don't have number
Spice.
11 though.
They don't have an 11. You're right.
You think if you like tasted him, it would be hot
If you what?
or spicy?
What
I
are
need you
you
to stop.
talking about here, bro? Oh, wait,
I just wanted to bring something up. Yeah, I just
mean,
wanted to bring that up.
it definitely
Well,
wouldn't.
we did bring us. I did bring up in the group chat that like, okay, so when it comes to calling food hot, like we're like the only culture that does that. Every other place just has
my
a
God,
word
are we
for
talking
hot
about
food
this?
and hot temperatures.
It's hot.
Are you paying attention?
I mean, I don't think
That
it's
guy.
weird, but I also grew up somewhere where we just do that. You know,
Yeah.
but like I don't think it's weird that someone would think that's weird. You know,
Yeah,
because
exactly.
everywhere else thinks it's weird. They have 2 words for it.
Yeah,
so.
yeah. No, I'm saying I definitely think we need to make a new word for it.
Well, we did. It's called spicy.
Yeah, I'm saying like
Americans just don't care. They're just
if
like,
you
it's
eat
hot.
something spicy, just call it spicy.
But it's hot.
Oh my fucking God. This is why I emailed the dictionary.
Okay. Well,
yeah.
tell us about that email.
Yeah.
Dude, I mean,
I wanted to talk about that
How
on
about
this
this?
podcast.
In a bit, you pull that up, and in a minute
Yeah,
we'll
yeah,
let you
yeah,
read
yeah,
that.
yeah,
But let's get past this part real quick. Okay, so Masashi, number 7, is the best center in the country. Okay, so they have the best center, the second best point guard, and the best player in the entire country. I want you to keep all that in mind because
That's a lot.
Not take an L.
that's a lot of problems. And then Masahiro is just a really, really good player who plays against he plays the position that marks the main character. That's why I bring him up because he's pretty
I
fucking good.
really don't like Masashi.
Masashi.
Bro.
His whole
But
thing is
he
he's supposed to
doesn't.
look like a gorilla. It's like a running
wow,
joke in the
that's-
story.
That's not. I just think he looks like a lot older.
He does look a lot older.
I mean, so does Masahiro.
Masahiro looks mid-30s.
Yeah, Masahiro looks
Holy
mid-30s.
shit. Yeah, these people do look kind of old.
I mean, the other two look
Younger, yeah.
younger.
Yeah. Fukatsu is a rookie, I believe, and so is Sawakita. And then Masashi and Masahiro, I think, are both third years. So they're in their last year of high school. I think. Don't quote me on that.
Okay. Well, we
Also,
all know that when we were seniors in high school that we looked
during
like
the period of
30-year-olds.
time that any of these players have been on this team, they have never lost a game. Never. Not once. They were like undefeated. These people are in high school. Okay. Now, we're going to take a brief detour and then we're going to come back. I recommend whenever we get to the actual games that you bring up the slide on your phone so you know who I'm talking about whenever we're talking about them.
Yeah. Okay. Wait, did you send us the thing?
Yeah, I did. Okay. It's literally the same slideshow as this. So just go to the pictures when you need them.
Yeah, I got you.
So, and Crocodile Basket is a very different case, but it's similar in a lot of ways. It is also released in Shonen Jump. It is also a basketball manga. And it also is in the same, like, the main two characters are also rookies. One of them is from America, however. Kagami Taiga moved to America as a kid and then moves back when he enters high school. I don't know why. He moves by himself back to Japan. His family, he lives literally alone. I don't get
And
it.
he likes the burger.
He does like burgers. He like really likes burgers, bro.
I've seen a few episodes of Kuroko
He's
no
a
Basket.
burger fan.
I've not seen the fight. The fight? Yeah. He likes burger.
I don't see
Burger.
the
Burger?
slideshow.
Okay, what? You like
can't?
burger?
No, I don't know.
I got you.
Okay, you
I got-
want one of you also to do
I'm
it.
kind of confused why we need the slideshow if it's right there.
Well,
Well, okay, so whenever
Wait.
I'm on another part, when I'm saying their names, they can pull them up and look at them.
I got
That's
it.
true, that's true.
Actually,
he's got it. He's got it. He's
got
pulling
it.
it out. Pulling out all the stops.
All right. So the series also has a very, very different premise. It doesn't start because the main character thinks the chick's hot and then she gets him to join the team because he thinks she's hot. It starts because the main character was basically emotionally abused by his former teammates. And how this happened is all at the same time, in the same year, the 5 best Japanese basketball players of all time were born. And by complete coincidence, they went to the exact same middle school. So, completely unbeknownst to everyone else, these 5 players all joined the team at the same time. It's these people. I'll pull them up real quick. These 5 players, you gotta love the anime
I
hair
was about to
colors.
say, dude,
Yeah.
Murasakibara, like, got that look, man.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, sorry. Oopsie.
I really, really like Murasaki Bar's design as well. I like how every one of them have like a weird like jersey color to go with their like hair color, and then he just purple hair, purple jerseys.
Respectable.
Yeah, he made sure it worked. He made sure he looked fresh in the fit. You know, he picked his college based on his high school based on that.
These are high schoolers, Nolan?
Yeah, these are high
please,
schoolers. These are all high schoolers. Yes. So these 5 players are the 5 best Japanese players ever by many leaps and bounds. As a way to explain this to you guys, they play the second best team in the country in middle school. And in order to prove how good they are, they allow the opposing team to go up 11-0 on them. And then they, for the rest of the game, score back on them 111 points without allowing 1 point again, so that the score would be exactly 1-1-1-1-1.
That's some anime shit. That is the pinnacle of anime right there.
Yeah.
Like, what?
They did this just because they could.
That's
they're
dumb.
literally that much better. So, and the thing is there was a point in time where here's how fucking amazing these people are. Murasaki Bara had 0 missed block shots for like a 10-game stretch in middle school. So every single shot he tried to block, he did successfully. Almine has like a ridiculous shooting percentage inside like the thing, and he'll just like shoot like
Inside the
this,
rectangle
and it'll
or
just go
inside the 3-point?
inside the paint,
Inside
like
the paint?
the whole like
Okay,
half
yeah,
circle
yeah,
thing. He just like basically doesn't miss. He'll just like fling it over his head, and he'll make it every time. He also is like the fastest player in the country by like a lot.
You can tell him the way he's sweating. He's like, oh yeah.
So
yeah,
what
you're
happens
behind me.
if he was playing and being guarded by Murasaki Bara?
It would depend. My opinion is he would barely be better, but not by a lot.
Okay, I know I'm looking at a book by its cover, but I feel like I'm gonna get the other one because I look at these anime guys and I'm like, these guys are so anime and so cool, and I like them more than the other guys who are realistic.
Yeah, they're too hot for you, man.
They're so anime and they're so cool, dude.
That's fair.
Chris is like blushing over there right now.
Yeah, I'm
So-
blushing right now. I'm
So
like,
Did you
I'm looking at that guy's sweat, dude.
which ones? They're all sweating.
I know.
I was about to say, whenever Chris said that, I'm like, they're literally all sweating to death.
You can tell by
Every
the way he's
single one of
sweating. He's sweating a lot. You can.
I mean, it's just because he's like so. By the way, he's like
behind you.
I'm assuming he's from like Japanese Islander descent because he just looks kind of black, like the anime black, you know. But
Yeah.
I like how he's the fastest and he's the one with the darkest skin. I see you, Kuroko author. Well, I didn't even put down what the Kuroko author's name was, and I don't remember it, so we're just not going to include that.
Did you?
You also didn't give like any pretense to it at all. You're just like, yeah, here it is.
Yep. All right. So,
Did you say they get to choose their high school?
well, these guys did, yeah.
Oh, okay.
I mean, I feel like
Do you think LeBron James got the pick where he went to high school? Probably.
Well, I didn't get to.
Well, of
Well,
course
I mean,
you did.
how
What
good
do you
are
mean, of course
how
I
good
did?
are
You're
you
not the
at
best
sports?
basketball player of all time, basically.
Well, I'm the best at something.
What are you?
What is that?
Aw.
That's what I thought.
I'm the best tech guy.
Well,
best.
you know, in this room,
The,
yeah.
the best tech guy in a 30-foot radius.
Lucky my dad ain't closer. Right. So now we got Kisei Ryota. Kisei is his thing. His whole gimmick is that if he's seen someone do something, he could copy that shit exactly. Now, I know what you're thinking.
Basketball Sharingan.
How is he not better than the others
rest one. Yeah.
if he can just do what he's seen them do? Well, the thing is later he can. But at the start of the show, their shit is so complicated he can't replicate it. But eventually he can, and then he becomes busted, broken. Then there's Midorima. He has a 100% shooting percentage if he's not blocked. And I do mean anywhere.
I thought his thing was like the 3-point shot.
Exactly.
So if
he
you
has
like,
100% shooting percentage from anywhere.
So can he shoot it from the opposite side of the court?
Yes.
Like, I'm guessing that happens.
There's a point where they're like, okay, we need to start blocking him, and they run to the other side, and Kuroko's like, yeah, he can only make half quarters, and then he just like doesn't even go, and then just shoots and makes it, and they're like, oh fuck, we gotta block him the whole game, like we literally cannot leave him alone ever.
Anime man.
Yep.
Oh yeah, no, this show is so anime. It's great.
Then there's Akashi. Now Akashi is the best player in their country. Despite what I told you about these people, he has never lost. Dead ass. In an official game, he has never lost a one-on-one. He has never given up a turnover. A single time. Every time he tries to shoot, pretty much he makes it. He almost never gets blocked. He has the highest steal percentage in the country. And this is the crazy one. He literally ankle breaks people all the time. That's like his thing is ankle breaks. So like he'll like dribble around you in a way that makes you fall down. There's a point, I'll get to this, where he does this to a whole team at once.
Okay, who would win, him or Riley Freeman?
Definitely him.
Oh,
Bro. Also, he was born with the ability, get this shit, to predict stuff with nearly 100% accuracy.
Damn.
I think he would beat LeBron like 100% of the time.
yeah. I mean, if he knows what he's
He
going
would
to
do
do.
really good against LeBron. Also, fun fact, there was like a promotion they did with the NBA where all of like the best players from this series were like have like cardboard cutouts that were in like the locker rooms of like the NBA with them with NBA jerseys on, and like they were like in the same room as like players that they were vaguely inspired by. It was pretty cool.
Did he go to the NBA?
Well, they all eventually do. What I'd imagine they do, but they never talk
How
about
tall
it.
is Akashi?
Akashi is the shortest by a lot. He's
I was gonna
like,
say, he looks the
looks
smallest.
short.
yeah,
He's like a
um,
Steph Curry sort of.
Well, you know, I mean,
he's-
kind of look short too.
I mean, I'm sure Steph Curry's probably still
Almine
tall,
is the
right?
second tallest, I think.
Really?
Watch,
Yeah.
you're gonna look up Steph Curry's height. It's gonna like
Okay, who are they all
Six.
based
I
on?
bet
He's
it's
like
like
6'4".
6'4". It's
Okay,
Oh,
what
6'3".
like famous green haired
I mean, Dirk's like 7.
NBA player?
I don't think that's the part that's similar. By the way, his the reason that he has the green hair is because the author said he always envisioned him playing for the Celtics. That's why he's got the green hair.
Okay.
For Meraki Barr, it's the Suns. Almine's jersey color is based off roughly off the Cavaliers. Kisei's is the Golden State Warriors, and then Akashi. I mean, he just put him on the Lakers, but I think it's just because the Lakers are historically the best team. Yeah. But yeah, so these players are broken, and the game we're watching, or we're going to talk about, is the one that Akashi's in, because the whole thing is that in the series is that Kuroko wants to beat every team that they're from, and they've beaten 4 of them, and now they're playing the best team in the country, which has Akashi on it.
Well, you haven't told us what Kuroko can do and what he looks like.
We're getting there. So this series was released in 2008 in December.
Hold on. Okay. I think I got lost at some point that all of those people, they're not on the same team, right?
They're not on the same team. No.
Are they all like on
like
different teams?
I'm just talking about them to talk about the premise of the show.
This is like,
but they're from after middle school. They all went to different teams.
Have you ever played Shadow of the Colossus?
Yeah.
It's like
sort of like Shadow of the
You
Colossus.
watched me play it, bro.
Yeah, I know you. That was a rhetorical question. I knew the answer, but the audience didn't.
Okay.
He has a point. Like,
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Fine. Continue.
It's like Shadow of the Colossus because all you got to do is beat the bosses in that one, but you're a tiny little man and they're so big.
What about it?
They beat the big man.
Who?
The little man.
The little man? Who the fuck's the little man?
Chris is confusing me.
Kuroko.
Kuroko
We'll
beats-
talk about
okay.
Little Man. Okay. Well, I'm not even there yet, and Chris is talking about it like I am there. Okay. And so it came out in December of 2008 and ended in September of 2014. The anime ended like not even a year later, which is pretty impressive, but it is accurate. The anime is good. It's actually better than the manga, probably. And the series features.
Do you think he's gonna like get corrupted and die at the end? I don't know.
What are you talking
That's
about?
what happened at the end. That's what happened at the end of Shadow of the Colossus.
Bro, why are you spoiling it?
Really just spoiled that.
Oh shit!
That's like
Probably-
the-
What if someone hasn't played it? This isn't titled Shadow of the Colossus. You're just talking about game fucking heads, Chris. That's one of the most interesting games ever made, and you're just like, ruined it. Ruined it for you. Fuck, get fucked.
Oh my
Get
god!
fucked, losers.
Dude, I'm sorry, audience. I'm sorry. I ruined your life, man. I can't believe I did this.
We gotta bleep that out.
Yeah, we gotta fucking.
You better write a timestamp, Justin. Bleep
Justin,
out Chris's
write a timestamp.
headassery. When he did that laugh, it looked like he was gonna throw up.
Yeah, I thought you were gonna vomit upwards and like, not upwards.
Don't make a geyser out of it.
Okay, look, I get that this whole thing is like kind of funny, but I'm confused on like what specifically made him laugh that hard.
I don't know.
Okay. Continue. Okay. So,
Shit. All right, I'm good.
Okay.
I'm good. What's the timestamp?
Okay.
I don't know.
That's why we told you to do it. Okay. So, Justin.
Oh
Justin.
god damn.
Get the damn timestamp. All right. The series. Okay. So.
Sorry. I'm so sorry.
okay. Justin, I need you to take a pillow and put it over your face real quick.
We just need to stop. Let's just stop and let Justin laugh.
I'm gonna get labs. Okay, I'm good.
Are you good, or are you good like last time? Good.
I'm good.
Take a drink of water. I think you need it.
All right, yeah.
That was actually crazy.
Bro, why do you have to drink water like that?
Yeah,
dude?
seriously.
It's so
What do you
it's
mean?
so fucking loud.
I'm just drinking water.
Oh, you ain't drinking, you guzzling, bro.
Justin's the biggest guzzler I've ever seen.
All right.
All right, so the series got a huge boost in popularity in 2012 whenever the anime came out. Because like I said, the anime is pretty good. Like I said, that ended in 2015. And it peaked at, get this shit, so I said 121 million copies sold. And by 2014 for Slam Dunk, that number went up. This has 9 million roughly ever.
Oof.
Wow.
If you want a comparative scale. And it peaked at third best-selling series in 2013. This was only behind Magi and One Piece.
Do you think this one's better than Slam Dunk?
And Slam Dunk? Oh, I don't know about that.
But you said Slam Dunk wasn't that great.
I said Slam Dunk is overrated.
Okay.
I didn't say it wasn't that great. I don't think it's worth what I said. But
Okay.
it's pretty high. You'll see. We'll see how y'all feel whenever we get into it.
Yes, sir.
The match we're covering, like I said, is 43 chapters long. Also, the focus is on a match with the team Rakuzan, like I said, that features the Akashi character as their best player. He's also just the best player in the country. This is the okay. This is the main characters team.
Can I guess which the main character is?
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay, is it Kuroko?
It is.
Okay. So I didn't see the name at first. I just saw what the people looked like, and so we got a guy with like kind of dark red hair, so it's like doesn't stand out very much. We got
Kagami.
we got black hair,
Kind of cat eyes.
I don't think so, but whatever.
Well, I'm pretty sure that's what they call them, cat eyes, right?
Well, yeah. The whole thing is they actually mentioned that he looks like he has like the eyes of a tiger, and that's like a whole thing. That's why his name's Kagami Taiga.
I didn't even know that.
Yeah.
Wait, Kagami.
I was actually going to talk about how they compare him.
him. We were talking about Izuki.
Yeah, I was like, he does
Oh.
not look like he has cat eyes.
Oh yeah. Well, they actually talk about that with Kagami actually.
Oh.
All right,
Oh,
well,
no.
and the other guy, he just has like black hair. Kiyoshi has
He just has like
brown
black
hair, and then
He's got a
Kuroko
nice smile.
has very bright light blue hair.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like
He looks like
very
a
bright.
And
he looks
very,
like a soul spell.
Yeah, he looks like the color of the soul spells from Dark Souls Elden games.
Yeah. Okay, so if Kuroko is the main character of Shadow of the Colossus, who do you think is his horse?
No basket.
Okay.
That's fair.
Continue
That's fair.
on.
Speaking of no basket, he doesn't get many ever because his whole thing is that he has almost a 0% shooting percentage and cannot dribble almost at all. But
He's really good at defense.
he is a mad good passer.
Oh, okay.
Like we're talking like the ball passes him and he's like instantly.
How
right
many
into the basket.
scenes are there where he's like, I mean, I'm not very versed in basketball terminology, but like they got to shoot on one end and he's on the complete opposite end, and he just like one handed or just like tosses it like to the complete opposite end, and just
Well,
like
he doesn't do that. He grabs the ball, flings it in the air in front of him, kind of like you would if you were gonna like do like a softball thing, like where you hit it with yourself. But he throws it in the air, and then he does this. He pushes his hand palm into it and twists it, and then it flies across the court instantly. And it's so hard that no one on his team but Kagami can catch it. That's how hard the pass is. And the thing is that I think is funny is that about that pass is that they have like special move names in the show. So he calls that pass Ignite Pass Kai. It literally looks like he's shooting a laser beam.
So if he is so good at passing, just say from anywhere on the court, he can pinpoint pass anywhere he wanted to. Couldn't he just imagine it in his head that he's making a pass into the basket and make it every time?
Well, see, that's a different like lateral set.
Yeah, that's a
See,
different
he's
move.
like he's on the same horizontal plane.
No, I'm sure.
No, what's funny is he does kind of do
I was about
that
to say,
later,
I'm sure
but-
if he was standing there and he imagined like, okay, I'm gonna make an arc pass into this person's
Cock.
hand.
Hand me cock.
Oh, you.
Yeah, keep going. Give me the cock.
Give me the cock.
I still don't know what he's talking about.
Bro, he wants the cock.
Oh, I see.
Here you go. If you pull away, I've got one in my hand. Oh, there we go. Yeah. Not a sponsor. Cock is not a sponsor.
Yeah, we're
Yeah,
not sponsored by
not
cock.
So,
Okay.
so what I was saying is like, okay, I'm sure he can whoever he's passing to is like some distance away from him. He's going, okay, I'm gonna throw or pass this basketball.
Also, he'll do it without looking, by the way.
Okay, this makes what I'm saying like make even more sense. Yeah. So you can just imagine like, okay, I'm gonna arc this ball perfectly into this guy's hands, and he would, I'm assuming, do it every time, or he just does like a rainbow kind of thing. Why can't he just be in any location and just like do that same thing? But imagine that like the basket is like someone's hands, and he would just make it every time.
Good question. To be honest, I don't know, because he'll like fling it to an exact spot right next to the basket so someone can alley-oop it.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
And he'll like never fuck it up.
Can he just adjust and just...
You would think he could easily do that, but he chooses not to because it would make him broken.
I mean, he already is, though.
I mean, he's pretty broken, yeah.
Oh, look at Leffen.
Bro, don't fucking Luffy.
Luffy, bro?
Okay, Luffy. He is better than Slam Dunk.
The Lefster.
For reference, we have Nolan's cat in here, looking really like a good guy.
Looking like a
he's looking at us. This is a when people tell you they're good cats. This guy.
When people tell you they're good cats, who's told you they're a good cat?
There are. That's what I said. Excuse me.
I thought you said they are a good cat. Is what I heard.
Well, some people have said that. Like they're streetwise. I'm a good cat.
We saw some crazy shit at Winco one time where there was like a dude who like wasn't a cat, but they were like on the ground like a dog.
Oh.
Yeah. They're like walking around on all fours and like.
Well, did they have a leash?
They did.
Was it someone guiding
them? They had a tail on, yeah. They were like standing next to someone who was like holding that shit.
That's pretty cool.
You've seen something
just the kind of stuff that you see like 1 a.m. at Winco.
1 a.m. at Winco.
I've seen something on the internet like where there's like some chick that's like, I think she has an OnlyFans or something, but she's just like a dog or something.
Yeah, I mean, that shit's hot to someone. As we learned from Sprigatito, the grass starter for the new generation, people are into what they're into,
Yeah.
Jesus fuck. People looked at that and were like, my wiener inside it. That's what their brain, that's the connection their brain made.
What about you, Justin?
Huh?
Would you go to a grocery store with a leash on all fours with someone guiding you?
I saw that in New York.
Bro, you saw that in New York?
Yeah, we saw that in Winco, actually.
This is the Pokemon that people think is hot. It's just like a fucking...
It's a cat.
It's just a cat.
It's just a cat that's green.
This I swear to God, this looks like another Pokemon already that I don't know what its name is.
I mean, it's just a cat.
But yeah, Justin,
so like
do you remember when we were at Winco?
Pokemon?
And that we saw that person on the leash with like the dog tail on all fours when we were on the checkout line?
Oh, yeah.
I was just telling you about that. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, that's pretty cool.
That sussed me and Justin out like hella.
I mean, you know what? I'm glad they're out there.
Yeah, they're doing them, bro.
Yeah.
We need to get back to this.
When I was
where that was going.
I want to. Justin, he's confiding in me.
All right, well, hurry up.
Well, when I was in Times Square, I was just walking, and there was a man, walking, and he was like pretty much completely nude except for like underwear, and he was in a leash, and then there was a woman next to him holding the leash, and she was in like a fucking cat suit basically. Yo. And the guy, he goes, "May I go to the restroom?" He asked that, and she was like, "I didn't say you could talk."
Okay.
And I was
that's
just
pretty badass. Dude, that's what you go to New York for. That's pretty cool.
Kind of unrelated note, but sort of like this. One time, me and my parents, we lost like all power in our house for like a weekend, so we went and stayed at a hotel, and it was a convention center also.
Oh, you've told me this.
It was dead ass like a BDSM fetish convention. So we got into the place, and all these people were in these wild ass outfits, like very erotic outfits.
Hell,
and they're carrying just around giant like sex toys. We were in the elevator with a dude who's like, "Hey, are you guys here for the convention?" And I'm a child.
I was about to say, how old are you?
And this guy literally just was carrying like a flogger machine, and I was like, "What the fuck is that?" I was almost too young to know what that was.
Say, how old were you?
I was like 12 or 13.
12-year-old kid with his parents like, "Are you here for the convention?"
I was.
They're like, "Yes, we're here for his birthday."
Well, did they respond? He just turned 18.
I don't even remember what my parents said, but we went and saw a movie. because you're like, this is a little
You
odd.
like you went from the BDSM convention and saw Up.
Dude, what the hell do you do at one of those conventions? Like, that sounds crazy to me that that's real, but
Is there like a sex room or something?
I feel like there's got to. Well, they're in a whole ass hotel. You can make as many sex rooms as you like.
Okay,
That's
I guess
the
that's
thing.
true.
A dungeon.
Yeah, dungeons.
Dungeon.
I had a when I was in Chinatown, I had a lady say that I was 16 and she was like, "I can make you a man if you want."
That's kind of dope.
I feel like they'd still be asking today.
Yeah.
Well, I'm
Wait, is that-
23 now, so like that kind of changes things.
Is that like,
those
are
change a
you
little
saying that someone could still make Justin a man? Or are you saying that someone would say that to Justin because they want
I think someone could do. I think someone could make him a man, and I think that someone's in this room.
I don't like
Look at him, Bryce.
I feel like that's
Okay.
that's definitely the cue to move on right there. Okay, so
Sounds weird.
I'm just saying, Bryce is the most manly guy I know.
Bryce is pretty manly. He's got
Yeah.
that mustache.
Yeah, he watches football.
yeah,
He loves football.
I am the most football big enjoyer, I think.
Well, I'll say I thought at the Super Bowl that Justin was gonna have an aneurysm.
At the Super Bowl?
He was screaming. I've never, guys. He was screaming. He was screaming the whole time, and not at any team. He was just like, yeah, yeah.
I wasn't going like, oh fuck this
Yeah,
shit.
no, you were just excited.
I was
and it
excited.
scared me.
I mean,
I was scared.
I also had a couple of like I had like 5 beers in me, I think, at that time.
I was scared.
okay. So Izuki is their point guard. His gimmick is that he can see in a radius around himself really easily. It's called the Eagle Eye, and he has like a thing where he steals the ball with like by like poking it, and he calls it the Eagle Spear.
Is it from Philadelphia?
Fucking
Yeah.
Angel is shut.
Oh yeah, that's our freedoms, bro.
Freedom of speech, baby.
Yeah, that they signed that constitution.
I think no one's about to kill us.
I'm actually about to fucking murder every one of you. Okay. All right.
Bro, what am I doing? I'm just
I mean,
saying.
okay, in fairness, he's stopped. You two need to fucking cut this shit out for a second. All right. We need to get past the character slides. Once we're past the character slides, y'all can interject a little more again, okay?
I'll remember
We don't
that.
even know who the people in the show are yet.
Kuroko
Okay.
in his
Kuroko
horse
is-
no basket.
Kuroko yes basket.
Oh my god.
I'm so sorry,
That
Nolan.
was confusing because you still said Kuroko no, and then you said yes basket. the joke would be if you said Kuroko yes basket,
I thought I said that.
but you said Kuroko no yes basket.
It's like no / yes. You got to choose.
Yeah, not only did he waste our time, but he did it wrong. That's
Okay.
Kuroko
Impressive.
No basket.
What about Hyuga?
Hyuga is their 3-point shooter character. He's kind of broken when need be. That's his gimmick, is whenever they need him to score to win, he does. They even say that he has a high clutch factor. When the author needs him to score, he'll do it. Kiyoshi has the strongest grip in Japan. Like, his grip is really crazy. So you can like grab the ball with one hand, and his thing he'll do is he'll jump to dunk, and then he'll like stay in the air for a really long time and look around and then pass it instead of dunking it.
Is he an earthbender?
You get one more. You get one more time. One more time
That's
until
really
I'm done with
unprofessional.
these couple slides.
That's really
here.
unprofessional.
This cock about to be thrown on your face, dude.
Oh, speaking of cock.
Someone's about to make a man out of you.
The right of postponement is what he calls this thing, where he like waits to throw it. And then Kuroko is like I said, he's the passer guy. He's utter shit. So if that's like not working out, they take him out of the game. The reason, by the way, he's able to do that is because he's so hard to detect that it just seems like he's not there at all. So people in the stands will be watching the game and they're like, bro, why are there only 9 players in the game? Even though he's literally playing dead ass.
Probably
And
because
he's
his hair
got-
makes him blend in or something like
His
that.
hair is so
Who
bright
knows?
that like
You would think you would see him every
Yeah.
time. Yeah,
absolutely.
especially because he's wearing a red and black jersey. Come the fuck on. People were just blind. I feel like that's such like a stark contrast, but whatever, I guess. You know, he's
He's
doing
also
him.
like so short and scrawny.
Yeah.
Like
he would be like really recognized for being so small because he's like even smaller than Akashi, who's already small. So yeah, this is the main team. I'll talk a lot more about them later. Oh. This is the actual team they're playing against. This is Akashi's team. By the way, the reason that other guy is on his own section is because I couldn't find a picture of him with the rest of the team for some reason.
Nice.
Okay.
Don't know why.
But we got no face man in there.
Yeah.
Yo, what's up with Akashi's eye?
Okay, so that's the eye that he uses to predict the future.
I'll say he's got Sharingan.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah. We'll
I
talk
love
about
this
that
shit.
more later.
I love this shit.
Yeah, so then Nabuya.
That meant something else too. Oh, Mushoku Tensei. That was. He got his Sharingan too.
He looks angry.
Nabuya?
Yeah.
Yeah, Nabuya is the strongest player other than Murasaki Bara in Japan. Oh, by the way, so these three all are part of a group called the Crownless Kings. And the reason they're called this is because they were all a year ahead of the Generation of Miracles and were like prospects to be like the best players in the country. And then because the Generation of Miracles existed, they like are completely overshadowed. I mean, if a Generation Miracle player played them, they would absolutely demolish their ass. And 3 of them are on Akashi's team, which in the context of the story, when that was discovered, they were like, how would they literally ever lose? Like, and I'll say this now, they shouldn't lose, but they do, of course. Well, as I'll get into, but one of them, Nabuya's thing is that he's really strong. He'll just yell muscle, and then whatever action he's doing, like muscle dunk or muscle pass.
Oh my god,
then
that's so dumb.
Hayama's thing is that he dribbles so hard that if you try to steal it, it hurts your hand and you can't steal it. He'll do this thing and like whenever
Why can't the other guy muscle dribble?
I was about to say, what if someone
does
that
muscle
guy that has,
dribble.
can he do muscle steal where it doesn't hurt?
I guess not. But yeah, so there's a thing where he dribbles like hard enough that there's like no one who can steal it, but it like hurts his hand to do it too much. So that what he does is he dribbles at different amounts of hard based on the amount of fingers he uses to dribble. So he has like a 1, a 2, a 3, 4, and 5.
He dribbles with one finger.
Yeah. and that shit has like a lightning effect on it, like in the show. And it literally like there's a part where he does like the 5 and it like literally just has like a lightning bolt strike come on the screen. And then it just has him pass it to his other hand. And they like literally can't even see the ball anymore. He's dribbling it
Does
so
he not
hard.
like break the ground? Like
I don't
crack
know.
the court or some shit.
He definitely should if you dribble the ball so
That's
hard
that
that it was
shellacked
invisible.
wood, dude.
Yeah, it's like I got
good
some
wood.
really reinforced wood. Then there's Mibuchi. We're going to talk about Mibuchi. I like to call him Mibichi because he's a bitch.
He looks like a bitch.
He's kind of a fruity fella, and his thing is that he is. Get this shit. So how he does it, he's a 3-point shooter, and he has 3 types of 3-point shots he shoots. He has the earth shot, the heaven shot, and the void shot. The earth shot, he shoots a 3-pointer jumping forward. The heaven shot, he shoots the 3-pointer jumping backwards. And then the void shot, he shoots a 3-pointer. And for some reason, we'll get into how he does this. He makes it so that you can't jump to try to block it. Now,
can I?
Here's the deal with this.
Mm-hmm.
I'll explain why that's crazy later. But
Can I say something?
Yeah.
Okay, imagine like this guy, right? He gets into the NBA and maybe he like gets to play on like a team with like, I don't know, like LeBron James or something.
Mhm.
And you know, maybe he isn't like the best player in the team, but like they're training right, and maybe LeBron's just there, and he sees this guy say, "Void 3-point shot."
Well, he just calls it the void shot, Chris.
Void shot, and he does it, and he's just like,
but then he gets muscle blocked.
and his friend who followed him across seas says, "Muscle block," and does that like
Muscle
Dude,
rebound.
that
That's
is
my
my
favorite.
Muscle read. That's a good one. I like that one.
like that is so fucking stupid, and I love it. This show is like, this is what I love about anime, is when it's stupid.
And we'll talk about Mayazumi in a minute. Okay.
Oh, he's
talk
got
about
that
later.
white hair. He's got
Tease.
that like calm look to him.
So before we get into this next thing, okay, I thought we were going to get here way sooner.
I was about to say, I feel like
we are not on the track I thought we'd be on. But we're going to do our first installment today of philosophical questions.
Philosophical question.
And we're going to be going in order from youngest to oldest. So we're going to be starting with Chris today.
Yeah.
Do we have a philosophical questions button?
Button? What do you mean?
Like,
like a sound effect.
Sound effect.
I mean, not with us.
Yeah, he edits it
It's
in.
not with us.
It's like, I'm smart.
That's mine.
Plato.
say
Socrates.
All right, so
Yeah.
Chris,
Yeah.
if you could copy the exact athletic abilities of any athlete on earth, who would it be and what would you do with it?
Oh.
Bro, I know who I do. Fucking what the hell, dude?
And you can actually, if you want, change this to any physical property of somebody's body that you want.
I won't do that. I want to get like all eugenics up in here.
I'm talking more like you could like copy someone's voice, like a singer's voice if you wanted to and stuff like that.
Oh.
Like anything that requires like any physical attribute of your body. To
Do we know who has like maybe the best eyes?
Like, what do you mean? Like,
I have
could
pretty
see-
eyes.
so I could see.
I was about to say, you mean like
Without
see like in
assistance.
terms
really good?
Oh, never
So
mind.
I mean,
That's
do
what
you
you
want
mean.
my
assistance.
eyes? I mean, I'm not saying like I have the best eyes in the
You
world.
would donate your eyes?
We're talking about
Is
specifically
Chris
for.
just trying to get good vision?
We're specifically talking about.
This is a meme. This wouldn't be my
seeing,
Okay.
right? Not for like
I was
a
like,
beauty
Chris.
factor.
Oh.
But like, which one are we talking about? Like, you just want to see?
No,
well?
I would like to actually be able to wake up one day and not wear glasses.
I mean, I don't wear
And
glasses,
see.
and I see. You want my eyes?
Is this happening right now?
Yeah.
It's like that scene where Itachi rips. Oh shit! You haven't actually seen that part yet.
When Itachi rips a fat bong rib.
Okay,
That's what he's gonna
No,
say.
I think it would be cool to be as fast as like Usain Bolt. So there you go.
Okay.
I mean,
I feel like that was nearly the lamest way you could have said that. Like, what would you do with being as
What would
fast
I-
as Usain Bolt?
Run.
I love cardio.
Run, Chris,
I'd
run.
do it. I mean, I can put that into anything. If I'm that fast,
Well, like, give a fucking example, dude. Don't be lazy.
I've got to pee so bad. Okay, I got to pee so bad, and I look around and I see that's it right there. Right, I know I'm gonna get there. I'm gonna get to that toilet. Okay, everyone, imagine a toilet like maybe 20 kilometers.
20 kilometers is one right
I'm gonna
there.
let you know that Usain Bolt's body type is good for like speed running. You know
Yeah.
that, right? Like not like long distance running. If
How-
that was
how-
true, you'd want a different person.
How far is 20 kilometers?
A lot.
Okay,
It's like fucking almost a marathon.
okay, 20 meters.
It's 2,000
20
meters.
meters.
Or 20,000 meters.
Ooh, shit.
That's a lot of meters, Chris.
A lot of meters.
Okay.
A
Well, I
24K is what a marathon is, right?
20 meters.
20 meters.
Yes.
Okay, well that's particularly not far, but
Let's say how bad do you have to
Oh, yeah.
piss to need Usain
You
Bolt?
know I need to pee.
It's
a
crinkle
lot.
tinkle time.
It's crinkle tinkle time. I need to work until I have to pee. Okay? And when I have to pee, I'm scooting.
Okay, so has you know what? I'm not gonna ask any more questions.
yeah, I think we need to get off
But
this.
for real, no, I just think it would be so like amazing.
it would be cool to run as
that
fast as Usain
I was
Bolt.
just
because
not,
like
dude.
I don't think it would like it goes into other things, right? Like he can, I'd imagine, jump pretty far, or is
Probably.
not. Yeah,
I mean, that's like a different skill set.
that's a
entirely,
different
but yeah,
skill
but
set. Yeah, but
You could
like
probably do pretty good compared to most of the human race.
yeah,
I would have to imagine. Yeah.
I don't know if it wasn't that, you know, I actually like volleyball, which is different. I wish I could jump.
You're tall.
Well, that's great, bro.
But that doesn't
That
mean you can
means
jump.
If I could jump, then I'd be set.
You can jump.
I actually can't.
Just like when Chris jumps and his feet hit the ground, his ankles break instantly.
His knees split in half.
Chris's one
this way
physical ability he wants is to be able to jump.
at all. Literally just jump whatsoever. He just picks like Muggsy Bows from like the NBA or whatever because he can jump at all. He's the fucking one of the worst basketball players of all time.
Anyway, you know, I want to be able to run to the piss pot.
Okay. That's what's important.
Yeah.
Waste of a.
Dude, that was crazy.
Okay, what would you pick?
What would I pick? I'd pick fucking LeBron James. Because LeBron James would be the best at literally any sport he chose to do. He just picked basketball.
Bro, I was going to say, I'd want to be like Tyreek Hill so I could run as fast as Tyreek Hill and then just like play wide receiver in the NFL.
What's
To
funny
just
is I
be him.
think LeBron James would be a better receiver than him. I think LeBron James would be better than.
Well,
LeBron would probably be a tight end.
Well, I'm talking about
LeBron would
like,
be better at.
I'm talking about
almost
like,
any team
just
sports.
specifically like how Tyreek Hill plays just because he's like so fast.
I mean, LeBron could definitely just replicate that. Dude, do you know how insane of an athlete LeBron is?
I mean, yeah, but like I don't know if he's running as fast as Tyreek Hill, bro. That's all
I mean,
I'm saying.
if
Yeah, I
he
kinda
was
agree with
trained to
Bryce.
do it from when he was a kid, he would absolutely be. Dude, basically every like sports physician who's talked about LeBron James's athletic body is like, if he had been sculpted for any sport, he'd probably be the best in the world at it.
I mean, he may be the best like wide receiver, but that doesn't mean that he's going to be faster than like literally everyone.
I mean, what if they train that skill set? 100%. You can train someone to just run faster. I mean, he's not trained to do it in that way, but you definitely could make him able to do that.
All right, bro.
I
Whatever.
almost promise you.
How are his hands?
What?
How would his hands be? Like how would his
How would it be to have
Assuming-
Tyreek's
he
hands?
can hold a basketball with like one hand, bro. Is that what you mean?
No, I mean like catching. Like does
I
he
mean-
have butterfinger hands or does he have
Definitely not. He's LeBron James. I feel like it's harder to hold on to a basketball in a lot of
It
situations.
is a lot fatter.
It's way bigger, and you
Same.
can grab that shit with one
The
hand
football
easily.
is actually, ironically, made for the hands.
Yep.
It's also
That
meant
is
for his
true.
feet.
It's very nice. It's like right there, like a pill, like a big old pill.
Yeah, his hand would be so big compared to a football because his hand is big for a basketball. So it's like, holy shit, his hands would be so big.
Hey Nolan, what are the similarities between these two animes or shows?
So you're gonna fucking waste all that time earlier and try to get us back on track now,
Look, I'm just
bro?
trying to help.
Bro, look. If I was gonna segue, I would do it. Okay. All right. SMH, bro. Okay. So they're releasing Shonen Jump. They're both about high school basketball. The main character is a redhead who's really tall that specializes in jumping high. I mean, like literally the direct influence. There's almost no chance that Kagami's not based off Sakuragi whatsoever. The team colors are red, white, and black. They have a 3-point shooter who has like a contentious relationship with their center due to an injury that happened at an earlier point in time in their athletic career where they were on the same team together. That is a really specific similarity. I don't know how the author got away with that. I mean, he literally just copied it, dead ass. They have a point guard who's goofy and really interested in being in a relationship, but can't be because he sucks. And then they have their center is like a like physically the strongest member of their team, and he's like a really kind fella. The final match of the series, they play the best team in the country, and both teams in both series end the longest undefeated streak in the country. Also of note, I should have mentioned this. The team they play has the best. They're both the only people to give the first L ever to the best player in the country, on top of just the team itself. So, all right. Here's the differences. Got a few more. The realism, quote unquote, of the show. I'll get to why I think that's something a lot of people say, and I'll talk about why that's not necessarily true in my opinion.
You think
But
it's just like one of those things where like Kuroko is an anime. The other one's just also anime. It's just more realistic.
it's just a little more
It
realistic
just
for
masks it.
sure. The experience level of the main characters is probably the biggest thing that's different. 1 year versus since you were 4 is pretty different in time in terms of how long they've played. Kagami should be way, way better than Sakuragi, and I don't necessarily think he is. Kuroko is a big difference between the shows in general. There's not really anything like Kuroko in Slam Dunk at all. The art styles are incredibly different. The main team's investment in their opponents is totally different. In Slam Dunk, they're just playing the team that they're told to play. It's like in real life. When you're told you're going to play against fucking, I don't fucking know, West Lakeside High, do you give a fuck about anyone on that team? No. But in Crocono Basket, they have like fucking like a backstory for every team they play. So it's like the investment in who they're playing. They're not playing Sannoh like they're playing against the characters on the team and they're like a backstory with them. They're just playing them and they just happen to be the best team. And that's all you really know about the team before they start playing them. You're introduced to who every member of Sannoh's team is in Slam Dunk like 3 chapters before the game starts. Whereas in Crocono Basket, they're building up to Akashi the entire show. So that's a very big difference. The characters name their techniques, as I mentioned, they don't do that. They're also definitely better than on average than the characters in Slam Dunk. If the main team of Slam Dunk played the main team from Crocono Basket, it would be a devastation like you could not imagine. The Generation Miracles thing, the average score is way higher in Crocono Basket. They score way more points. The average score of Crocono Basket games is substantially higher than the average score of a U.S. college game. The average U.S. college game, somewhere around 120 to 130 points combined between the two teams. And this, it's more like almost 200. They score a lot. And then Slam Dunk, they score a little high too, but it's a lot more reasonable. By the way, the average score for a high school game in the US, which by the way is higher than the average score it is in Japan, is 104, whether they have a shot clock or not. Because a lot of high schools states don't have a shot clock, which is fucking crazy. I looked into this and there was a game where the game ended 2-0. Oh, because they just had one player hold the ball for the entire half, and they just did it twice and then they won.
How lame.
Yeah.
Shouldn't they just like foul him so they get the ball back or something if he just won't give it up?
Well, they would try.
He would just run away like
they were trying. They were trying everything. He could just dribble away with the ball because there's no shot clock.
Why would you even do that?
Why would you do it? Because they had lost earlier in the year to that team, and that was like their school rival, and they were like, "We're gonna win."
Damn.
And what's funny is apparently in that game, the crowd was like really upset for the first half. And then in the second half, they were like, holy shit, we might see the first ever 2-0 high school game. And so they started like cheering for the game to end 2-0. And it actually happened.
Nice. Dude, how
that would be crazy
to
attend.
60 minutes, right?
40.
So.
It's 40 minutes.
40?
They play 10-minute quarters. Also, that is one difference. They play 2 20-minute halves, which is the college format in Slam Dunk, and they do 4 10-minute quarters in Crocono Basket. It's not that functionally different. I think it's just in like that in Crocono Basket, so there can be like more punctuated like points. Also the emphasis on 3-point shooters is much higher in Crocono Basket. I mean, they have a 3-point shooter in Slam Dunk, but like he is not nearly as important as the main 3-point shooter in Crocono Basket at all. The talking during the match thing. Okay, so in Crocono Basket, they will be on a shot clock having a full dead ass conversation that lasts like 2 minutes. And I'm like, okay, wait, hold up. There's a shot clock 1, 2, they would get fouled F. They're literally having a full blown conversation.
Are they talking or are they talking?
Well, they will speak. They will speak a monologue out loud, like in the match. Like we talked about this. Like there will be like we were watching it and you were like, dude, can you get back on defense? Why are you talking? but they're literally just like having like a speech in the middle of the court. And I'm like, bro, the whole other team is scoring on your ass right now. Get back. But not. I guess they can speak at the speed of light.
Yeah.
Whatever.
It's a lot more memorable in Ace of Diamond where they're literally like looking at each other
and they're just like thinking full conversations.
Because that shit's so funny.
It's so funny, dude. Like the pitcher in Ace of Diamond will like look at the catcher and they will have like a fucking like a moment for like 5 minutes in like complete silence. And I'm like, how is that happening? The coach, their coach is a high school girl in Crocono Basket. And in Slam Dunk, he's like a really well-known like old man who's a coach. The female characters suck in both, but they're for different reasons.
I'm assuming Slam Dunk, like obviously they're both not realistic, but Slam Dunk seems a little more like not over the top as much as Crocono Basket.
So Slam Dunk just doesn't have any blatant fan service, but I would say the women are like a lot less represented in it.
Well, I'm talking about like just
in general.
like,
in general. Yeah,
like
for sure.
In general realism.
Yeah. And then slam dunk matches tend to go slower. Or no. They tend to go they're usually faster. This is the only exception actually, is this final match. It's the only one where it's longer than a Kuroko no Basket match in terms of like relative points. Another thing, friendship power-ups do exist in Kuroko no Basket. There's a really extreme one, like a really, really, really extreme one that y'all are actually not gonna fucking believe when we get to that, because
I'm excited.
it is shocking how much of a power-up it is.
I want to mention how like Bryce and I were both like shaking our legs at the same speed and right next to each other, and I just thought that was kind of like a friendship moment.
It's kind of hot, to be honest.
Yeah. You know.
Gets me a little
Bryce
heated.
had the
Bryce
biggest
is just
sigh.
such a man.
Yeah.
No, he was doing one of those manly like gruff.
I was doing like a little exhale.
Yeah, he's like, oh, it's a hard day's work, shaking my leg up and down.
All right, we need to move
It's
on.
the work a man's got to do.
I don't like that Justin's acting like he wasn't part of the reason we're so
Well,
bored.
because I just saw what time we're at, and I'm like, oh,
Ooh, what time are we at?
almost an hour and 30 minutes.
Let's go.
Yeah, I know. I was telling y'all.
Let's dribble.
What's
dribble
this
right now.
episode link looking at? What's the outlook right now? About 3.5 hours?
You haven't even told us the stories.
I haven't even told you about the games yet. Yeah, I told you I don't know how this is gonna go because like I was unsure how y'all were gonna respond to what was going on.
Well, you know now.
All right.
Let's go.
Okay. So, no big thing is that in the two matches, one of the things I wanted to bring up as like a pretty key difference between the two is that in one of them, they're in the national finals. So if Kuroko's team were to win, they would be the best team in the country now. If the slam dunk team were to win Shohoku, they would only get past the second round of national tournament.
Nice.
Remember, I said this is the final match. Keep that in mind.
They win the match and then they all die, so the series ends.
Yeah, you did say that they beat the first. They give the L.
Yeah. So what's funny is that like what he said is closer to correct than you'd think. Like
One of the players.
Do
just
they
gets,
have like a? Oh, I won't
gravely
say.
injured.
I already fucked up. I won't say it, but you know how they got that volleyball anime? Is it kind of like one of them?
a little bit.
I was gonna say one of them just gets like
That's so-
gravely injured,
that's so
and then they're all
upsetting.
like, "Damn, we're so sad that we're not going to play anymore."
Yeah.
Oh no!
No, that's definitely not. That's not what happens. But
You said there was no friendship.
The
Bullshit.
one guy mispasses the ball so hard that it like decapitates his teammate.
What?
You could have literally just said he
Yeah.
got like a coma or something.
But that's not what happens.
Yeah, he got his head cut right off.
blows his head off of his shoulders.
and then the first shot he ever made was his teammate's head into the basket.
And they were like, he's
No,
still
what do you-
alive. He's the headless basketball player. And they put a basketball on his head.
Like fucking Wilson.
Fucking Wilson.
Okay, what are you reading there, bud?
My notes.
Oh yeah, no one has notes.
Yeah,
Okay.
for the record, this is going to go pretty fast, but I have 3 pages on Slam Dunk and 4 on Kuroko no Basket.
Okay.
So, all right. So we're going to actually get into the game now. So we're going to start with the Slam Dunk one, okay? And then we're going to segue into Kuroko after a second philosophical question. Now, to start off, I'm going to tell you what the points are looking like at some points in the thing. But if you ever want to know what I think the approximate score is as a part of I'm explaining, feel free to try and ask, but I'm not going to be able to give
Is
you
there
the answer
ever
all
a
the time.
moment where it's 69-69?
No.
Fuck.
Damn.
No,
I'm
it's not.
glad you knew that. I'm glad
I mean,
you
I'm
have
certain-
the foresight.
Yeah, I'm certain that's
What
not
about a
true.
moment where it's 6-9?
6 to 9?
Yeah.
No,
Never.
Oh, wow.
I don't think so.
At the
What
games.
about like 4 to 20?
4 to 20? No.
Is it ever 69 to 420?
Okay.
What about 9 to?
Now
or-
we're talking.
Just what you about? Justin was about to say something.
What about 9 to 9?
I was gonna say 11
9
to
to
7.
You mean 7 to 11?
That one might actually happen.
I feel like
Oh.
I think that one does happen.
Very good,
actually.
Justin.
Thank you. I try.
Yeah. Okay. So This game starts off. Okay, by the way, here's a picture of a collage I made of a bunch of moments from this
made
game.
that?
Made that?
No, it has a watermark right under there.
I mean,
Well,
this
you
one.
skipped a page.
You did skip a page.
We'll get to that one.
Okay,
Yeah.
okay.
Okay. So yeah, this is a collage I made of scenes from this game.
Not bad.
This is a thick collage.
Yeah, it's a long game, Chris. I had to put a lot.
Is that
of
lady
shit.
crying at the top?
Yeah, that's Boo Boo.
There's enough in here where I can't tell what's going on in any of these.
Yeah,
That's
absolutely.
why you should pull it over.
For those who are
Okay.
listening, like there's
There's a
too
lot of
much
shit.
to really
It's
understand.
also way harder to tell. Like, look at the other one. Just because this one's black and white,
Whoa,
this one is a lot clearer.
different.
What's actually happening because
Yeah.
it's in color.
Why is the
Yeah,
other
but
one
there's
like,
just
one of
so
those, like,
much
inverted
more
color?
in that one. Okay, continue.
Okay. All right. So in this, it starts off with what they call the ambush. And this is when the point guard chucks the ball at the basket full court. And then the main character runs all the way over there and gets an alley-oop by complete luck. This was not what they intended to do. And then the other team is like, whoa,
Is this
these guys are better than we thought. Because the other team at this point does not suspect Shohoku to be good like at all.
okay?
That's another
That's
thing.
interesting.
Is they have no idea whatsoever who Shohoku like even is, the team that they're playing against. Okay. Then there's a whole section here at the start where Mitsui, the shooting guard guy, starts just getting threes over and over again. And they're like, holy shit, let's go. But the thing is bear in mind, this whole time, they are still getting scored back on with 2-pointers each time. And they're also getting 3-pointers themselves, the other team is. So it's not like the score is becoming big because of this, but they are definitely starting to get a little bit of a lead. Now, one of the issues that starts happening is Musashi, the best center in the country, starts just getting every rebound against their center, and they can't keep up with it. So eventually they start getting closer, and now it's at a 3-point gap instead of like a 7-point gap. And the crowd at this point already is like, all right, it's about to be over. They're about to stop being in the lead. Because the crowd,
The
by the way,
steam
is
going away.
literally all there to see Sannoh win. It's like
Of course.
they're the best team in the country. And of note, there's like a whole thing where like every time Shohoku scores, Sannoh's crowd gets really loud against them. So they're also basically, while they're not technically at a like home field advantage for Sannoh, they might as well be.
So you're saying like everyone wants
Sannoh to win.
that's like
They just want,
that's unrealistic.
What do you mean, bro?
not really.
Who doesn't like to see the underdog?
They
I mean, I feel
definitely,
like people that are really good have a lot of fans, bro.
yeah.
Like
True.
they're not as good, you know, like they may not have as many fans.
This
Not
is
to mention,
Bryce.
it's like you just want to watch the best team in the country just pop off on this random ass team because they're one of like the lowest seeds in the entire tournament. The main characters are.
Okay.
So they actually, I think, were projected to lose even their first match, but they won it, and then they're playing.
How
Sannoh.
like did they like? How badly did they win their first match though?
Not by that much. It was relatively close, but they did
Okay.
win, and it's not even that like it's not even a thing they really focus on. Then their best player on their team starts getting really upset because he's being guarded so well by
On
the
whose team?
Rukawa guy on Sannoh.
Okay.
He starts getting, he's the best player in the country, like I mentioned, Sawakita, and he's getting upset because he's getting guarded so well. So he goes to try to take a shot and he actually slams the basketball into the main character's face on accident. So the main character gets out of the game for a second.
Is that central picture? No, it is not.
No,
That is a full contact whip in a face.
yeah, the
Sure,
central
we'll get
picture,
there.
I'll talk about in a second. And by in a
How do
second, I
you
mean by
call it,
at the
instead
end
of
of the
the
match.
picture in the middle, you call it the central picture.
I mean, center.
It is in the center. So now there's like a whole part where Sawakita and Rukawa just start one-on-oneing each other a couple times in a row. And Sawaki's actually losing this. And it's pissing him off because he's supposed to be the best player in the country, like I mentioned. And then Mikio, this really fat dude, gets subbed in.
For the best player.
For one of the, not for him,
okay.
the player that's currently on Sakuragi. And he is brothers with the Masashi guy, the best center in the country. And he's just so big that he can actually cover Sakuragi because Sakuragi's so tall. And basically they start focusing their offense on those two players and they just keep scoring. But Sakuragi's actually doing better than him. And this is one of the parts where I'm like, bro, how is Sakuragi so good all of a sudden? So he gets like every offensive rebound for like multiple times in a row. And I'm like, dude, this is overly impressive for how good he should be. And then he starts just beating this guy so bad that the guy kind of gets dejected. And they end up subbing him out at the end of the first half. By the way, when they put Mikio in, the score is 21-18. When they take him out after resubbing him out, the score ends at the first half, 36-34. So I want you to bear in mind, okay, so I said I have 3 pages of notes, right? The first half ends here. Not even halfway down the first page.
It's the first half.
First half.
Okay.
So the first half is already over and it's 36-34 and the main team is still winning. So at this point, the crowd's like, dude, this is crazy. They're actually keeping up. But
They're not just keeping up, man.
There's a bunch of people in the crowd that are like, this has happened before. This is not going to continue.
Yeah, sometimes, you know, it happens. I remember
They're going to get that comeback?
Middle Tennessee versus Michigan State.
I was about to say, I do remember one time a couple years ago in football, Alabama went to halftime with Mercer. It was like Mercer was either winning or it was like 14-10 or some shit. And they were like actually keeping up. And then the second half came out and they just like.
Did it end like 40-10?
About. I don't.
You got to lose that steam at some point. Oh, yeah. No. Take a nice long gulp of your fourth cock.
Dude, that was something.
That was awful. I heard that too.
Definitely had like a.
Get that nice tang from a fresh cock.
Yeah. Yep. I like them of the zero kind, but you know,
yeah.
all
no
shitty. Cool. Okay. Now, after the half, Sannoh gets a 10-point lead without getting scored on. So they go 12 points straight.
How?
They just
aren't as tired. Like the main team is just like getting dead ass completely exhausted. Now, Ryota starts having an issue with his hand. That's their point guard. And he's like, I cannot like dribble like I have been. Like I was going like so hard in the first half. And they call a timeout at a 14-point deficit. So this would be when the score is 50-36. They call a timeout. And they're like, and the coach is like, holy shit, we're getting smoked. Okay. This is bad. And then they go back in and immediately 2 possessions in a row, the best center in the country scores on their center. So it's now an 18-point deficit. So they would now be down 54-36. And by the time they each score a little bit more here and there, but at a certain point, there's a whole thing where a bunch of the audience starts thinking, whenever this hits 20 points, I'm going to leave. Right. Mm-hmm. And so at a 20-point deficit, a bunch of spectators start walking out of the room. Okay. They start leaving. Once it hits 22 points, the main team uses their final timeout already. So they've already called 3 timeouts in the half.
Oh, wow.
They're out of timeouts.
A little cocky.
Our team?
The main team, yeah.
Shohoku
has already called all their timeouts.
I thought it was the other one.
No. And at the point where there's like,
what did they talk about?
At the point where, by the way, where they used their final timeout, it is actually 58-36.
Oh.
So they have had 22 points scored on them. No, 26 points scored on them without scoring a single time.
What do they say here? What are they thinking?
They say oof.
They actually sub out Sakuragi.
Really?
They're like, yeah, okay, so you just keep
we need your power.
Yeah, he's like, so he has like a whole speech where he says you need to become the ultimate rebound warrior. Okay.
You need to go ultra instinct.
He's like, you need to just do whatever you can to just fucking get every single rebound. Because if you don't, we're just gonna keep getting scored on because the Masashi guy is just gonna get every single rebound. Okay. Now, there are 10 minutes left in the game. So we're done with what would be the equivalent of the third quarter.
Yeah.
They get, with around 10 minutes left, they finally score because Sakuragi gets a nut shot the ref doesn't see. And they're like, that's what we needed. That's the momentum we were looking for.
Okay, yeah, I mean, sure.
And then Sakuragi starts jumping and all of a sudden he just starts jumping way higher. And they're like, dude, how the fuck is he doing that?
He's got that
nut
will.
power. No,
he's got that nut power. Yeah.
Yeah. So then, there's like a whole part where Gory,
your jump looks so much higher when your opponents are all doubled over because their nuts have been hit.
That's true.
Yeah.
It does look a lot higher in that case. So Akagi, their center on the main team, gets actually a little bit injured in a play against the best center in the country, Masashi. At this point, He has like a fucking like psychological internal evaluation of like how he got to this point, and he's like, I cannot just play this trash. I need to pop off. So
okay.
There's like a whole thing where Mitsui and Akagi are the two I told you where they had like a injury in their past when they played together that led to them like hating each other, and that's what led to the whole thing where Mitsui came in with a knife and was like, I'm gonna stab you. And then there's like the whole part that was that whole part, and then they fixed their relationship, and then they have like a tag team moment here where they're like, we're friends now. And Mitsui and Akagi are like doing like some tag team shit, and they start making some points. So after 3-pointers in a row that Mitsui gets, the difference goes down to 14 at 63-49. Okay. 8 minutes left in the game, and they're now 12 behind. And Masashi is switched to guard Sakuragi now because Sakuragi just keeps getting every rebound. So they now put Masashi, the center, directly on the main character. Then they changed the score to an 8-point deficit. And at this point, Sakuragi is like starting to beat Masashi sometimes just because of how much taller he is. And they're like, they call a timeout. So the other team is like, okay, this is a yikes. How the fuck is this happening? And the coach has like this whole speech he gives them. And Sawakita, the best player in the country, is like, just give me the ball every time. Just pump that shit to me. So Sawakita starts wrecking their best player, Rukawa. And he makes it a 12-point deficit in only a couple plays. And then he just keeps beating them because they keep putting them in the one-on-one scenario over and over again. And at this point, it goes back to being an 18-point deficit again.
They need to get Sakuragi on that.
Yeah. And then there's a point where Sawakita's like, there's no way I could lose to your bitch ass. I plan to move to America to play as soon as I'm done with this high school season. I'm going to go to America to train. If I'm losing to Japanese people, that would look terrible. I'm not going to lose to your bitch ass. That? The Sawakita guy, the best player in the country. He's like, if I'm going to move to America to start playing soon, I cannot be losing to your little bitch baby ass.
Pride.
I mean, that's fair though. He wants millions of dollars. If he gets in the NBA, that's what he's getting. You got to be competitive there.
Yo, facts. Now, the thing that, by the way, y'all are actually gonna be like shocked whenever we get to like what's going on in the next game compared to how fast this is moving. Okay, so we now have there's a couple 3-pointers made. It gets the point difference down to 10 again because Rukawa finally beat him on one drive. Sakuragi now is put on Sawakita for a second, literally just so that Gori can like score a little more. Gori, by the way, is the nickname for their center, Akagi. And there's a scene where the ball's flying out of the thing, and they need a point on this drive to like keep it competitive. So what he does is he dives straight into the clock keeper guy. Call back, you dive straight into manual the clock table.
You think he's doing that?
Yeah, they got the manual clock, bro. Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And
every single second he's working that.
So
he's about to fuck up a manual clock. I can't stand for that. I am Chris Ekstrom. I will not stand for this. He is literally about to fuck up the manual clock. Oh, we got some petting.
Bro,
Pet action.
Luffy's looking so cute right now.
I know.
I can't see him because of Justin.
I'm sorry, can you see him?
Yeah. Oh, that's a cute cat. I can stand for that.
Chris is like, yeah, I'm okay with it because it's true. Okay. So what I wrote here is that Sakuragi does a diver super extreme because he dives into a table where they're keeping the time on the clock, right? And then flings the ball back in, and this actually injures his leg.
Of course. That's a terrible idea.
Yeah, it's a bad idea. And because of this, they do score, and eventually, and because of that play specifically, actually, the score ends up being 74-69 with 2 minutes remaining. So there's a 5-point deficit at the 2-minute mark. Now, the thing that happens next is there's a whole thing where he goes to dunk the ball and an illegal play happens right before he dunks it from his team's end. so they get free throws and his score doesn't count. But when he dunked it, he like hit a dude in a way that threw out his back even worse because it was like a leg and back issue. And so they have to pull him out of the game.
Sakuragi?
Yeah.
Forever.
No.
Forever.
They put him in for just a little bit longer. Okay. So at 47.5 seconds left, they put him back in.
What's the score at this point? Again?
76-75. They shoot a 3 to get it to that point, right when they put him back in. And actually they shoot a 3 and get fouled, which gives them time to put him back in and get to the score.
How's the best player in Japan thinking right now? What is he thinking?
Oh, there's like a whole thing where like the coach is like, holy shit, dude. And all their players start having like inner monologues. They're like, dude, there's no fucking way we're actually gonna lose, bro. And then here's the final sequence as I wrote it here. Okay. Akagi blocks a ball that the center puts up. Okay. And then Sakuragi blocks Sawakita because he gets the rebound. And this leads into Rukawa grabbing the ball, which he shoots. That's blocked and then caught. And then it's given back to Rukawa again because their point guard, Ryota, grabs it and flings it to him while diving to the ground. Okay. Rukawa scores. Then Sawakita grabs the ball. This, by the way, puts it at when he does that, it puts it at 77-78.
Yeah,
okay.
They're
still behind by 1 point. There was one more score before that.
Okay.
So it's 77-78 and they're losing. And then Sawakita, the best player, flings it across the court with 8 seconds left. And then Sakuragi is already running back because Sawakita, actually, no, what happened was it was 76-75 still. Sawakita scored there. Okay. And then Sakuragi is already sprinting to the other end. And Rukawa throws to him, right? And so Sakuragi goes up to do it, goes up to block, to score. Okay. Masashi ran back in the center, blocks the shot. Rukawa grabs the ball.
He's run all the way across.
Rukawa's gotten to the other side now too.
Oh my God.
He flings the ball to another guy who then pretends to shoot it, throws it back to Rukawa, who then alley-oops it to the main character, and he gets the 79th point to win. Now, what's of note here is the fact that this all happens so fast, but that, like the way I described it, but that took like 3 chapters to happen. That like last part I just described.
God.
Yeah.
And how much words were written in there?
Not a whole lot.
Okay, that's a hallmark of something good.
Yeah, it was.
When you're actually like sitting there like,
how often do they like foul each other and they get like free throws and stuff like that? How often does that happen?
Pretty often. I would say it happens a little more in Kuroko, but it happens in both.
what happened? What now? Are we now getting to the full contact whip to the face?
Yes. So that right there is actually them doing a high five after they finally win because they did the alley-oop play at the end.
That's not what a high five looks like.
Well, it's a little more
They're in
clear
the
that's
wind-up.
going
It
on. if,
definitely just straight up looks like a bitch slap.
it definitely looks
It
like he
looks like he
smacked
just
his
got
ass.
punched in the face.
It does kind of look like
so
that.
hard.
Yeah. This by the way, it might be the most famous panel ever drawn by this guy. Is that high five? It's
And I don't even.
can't even tell it's
I
what
can't
it
tell
is.
it's. I have.
This is a really small picture.
And I mean, the
I feel
other
like
guy,
they are
the
kinda
other
zoomed
guy
out.
looks like he's going to grab something. Like he's expecting the ball to come to him,
Mhm.
and he like make it in. You know.
Yeah. So, by the way, this is why I said I wasn't sure how long this was going to be because that went so much faster than I thought it was going to.
What are we at?
We're at 146.
Well,
That was 16 minutes.
Yeah.
that one's short.
was less than 16
This one's
minutes.
gonna be short.
If we knock out this next one fast, then we have a lot of time
Yeah.
to fuck around at the end.
Yeah,
We're
what's
gonna
funny
fuck around.
is
We
that-
don't fuck around on this podcast.
we got time to make
We are
this.
Well, how about
Serious
instead of fucking around, you and I can just fuck?
Also, this one, by the
I was
way,
about to say,
Oh.
we got time to make
This
Justin.
one,
Oh,
I
I'm
think-
gonna make you a man.
this one is shorter technically. I don't think it will be.
That's all I'm saying. You said it was gonna be
Yeah,
longer,
there's
right?
gonna be a lot of anime bullshit.
But before that,
Oh,
we get to that,
Oh,
we have yet another
philosophical.
philosophical question.
Philosophical question.
This one is going to be for Justin.
Oh shit. Okay.
Oh,
oh damn! This is
Oh,
about to
no.
be real good.
I wrote these next two down. Okay. All right, Justin.
All right, I'm ready.
Michael Vick was accused of bankrolling a dogfighting ring on his 15-acre property and providing money for betting on matches. Dogs were also killed on his property in large numbers via electrocution, drownings, hangings, and other various, stated in court to be more cruel methods. Allegedly, Michael Vick was involved in many of these things, but many of the killings could not be linked directly to his actions. For his crimes, Michael Vick received only 23 months in prison. How severe do you believe this crime should be viewed to be, seeing as he allowed everyone to do this? And what is a fair punishment for this crime, in your opinion? Also state to me, what do you think is the role in professional sports teams of enforcing their players' actual behaviors?
Legally, should he connect his answer to Michael Vick? Is that
What?
something?
You just got to say allegedly every time.
Yeah. You got to make sure.
You got to make sure you say allegedly.
Yeah.
Michael Vick was connected to the killings, but he was directly accused of providing betting money,
and he was convicted on
of renting the property also.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Justin's about to say.
Make sure you don't say Michael Vick killed a dog. He allegedly was involved in killing dogs.
Okay. Allegedly,
I like how we're explaining how to legally not get in trouble for this, like to Justin right now.
Yeah. Well, it matters. It matters.
Yeah.
it does matter. It does matter a lot.
Correct.
And so does hurting dogs, allegedly.
Yes. Well, allegedly, if he killed dogs, then should have been longer.
How much long? I mean,
Well, first of all, I asked you three questions. How severe is the crime? How long do you think he should have actually served? And what do you think should be the role in professional sports teams in enforcing their players' behaviors?
Okay, so allegedly severe. What was the other questions? I'm sorry. I'm so
What does
sorry.
allegedly severe even mean?
After you said the questions, I said, how long is it going to take Justin? Probably about 10 seconds to actually forget what he's supposed to be saying.
Okay, Justin.
Okay, so we'll break it down into three parts. How severe? Explain how severe you believe this crime is compared to another crime.
Allegedly severe. I already answered that. What was the next one?
Yeah, but compared to another crime.
How severe do you think
where would
that
you
is?
put that?
In terms of
on the severity
committing
of
crimes,
crime.
how severe is that?
I was, allegedly probably a 10.
Oh my!
A 10 out of what?
A 10 out of 10.
Okay, it's a 10 out of 10 in terms of how bad it is?
Allegedly.
Okay.
Okay, so you're really are you?
He's making
hurt?
sure there is no.
Are you hurt?
Allegedly.
Okay.
Wait, what was the question?
Are you hurt?
Am I hurt?
Does the idea of dogs being in pain in general?
Yes.
Okay.
Allegedly.
Yeah, so what about the. Okay. We get how severe he thinks it is. It's a 10 out of 10.
Yeah.
For whatever. What else is a 10 out of 10
He's
crime?
shaken by this.
For reference, name another 10 out of 10 severe crime.
Probably cannibalism.
Oh.
Well, that's not where I thought that was going.
That's interesting.
I feel like you kind of just put murder of any kind there, but
Well,
cannibalism specifically is pretty
Well,
morbid.
that's like a 7.
So, but wait.
Just be at least a serial killer
This
to
is
hit
just
it.
a quick question. What about any other desecration of a body?
What does that word mean?
Okay, next question.
Degradation?
Okay. Next part. Okay. So
I swear.
how much time do you think he should have served for this? He served 23 months and he didn't actually even serve all that. That's just what he was told to.
Did he get out in
I believe he got out after like 15
goodwill?
months, something like that, I think.
Whenever you said he went to prison, my guess was like 2 years is what he got. But
More allegedly. All right, what was the next question?
Okay. Give me a fucking time window.
dude,
dog.
you got.
I said more
Okay.
than 23.
We are not a sports
You are
podcast. You
slacking.
are not going in front of like a panel of, like people and being like, okay. The third question is about how people should like be, or how much a sports team should be accountable or try to stop these things
that was
from
the
happening.
question.
You are going to be the spokesperson who comes out and covers for their asses every single goddamn time they do something bad.
I mean, yeah, they do pretty bad stuff. Allegedly.
Well, not always allegedly. I'm not just
Usually
talking
it's
about,
actually not alleged.
Yeah.
They just get away
Yeah,
with it.
yeah.
But, okay, so how I want you to state a time you think he should have been in jail for this or in prison. None of this more than 23 months.
24 months.
Justin is making me, man.
Allegedly.
I might commit
Did you say
violence.
Justin's making you? Is he about to make you a man?
Justin's making no.
All right, in all seriousness,
He's
in all
got hair
seriousness.
on his chest.
In all seriousness, I probably would have given him life. Allegedly.
What? Okay,
I think
Yeah.
that's a big.
I mean,
difference.
he said it 10
I mean,
out of
it
10,
is 10
and
out of
like
10.
there
Yeah.
are crimes that he put lower than that don't even that give you life for sure.
Yeah.
I never said a crime that was lower.
Yeah, you did. You said cannibalism. If you did
No, he said cannibalism
is the same.
Is the
So
same.
if you were caught eating a person's body, you would go to jail for life.
yeah.
Yeah, and
Like
so I
Jeffrey.
think
So
allegedly
he put it on the same tier. So I guess it makes sense that he
Yeah.
would say
Yeah,
life.
well, you guys
So you're
get
saying,
shit
like,
for
He was allegedly involved in the death of fucking hundreds of dogs. So it's some
which
of
is
them,
why I'm like
some
life.
of them that he would like hang from their like feet till they
Oh.
starve to death.
yeah.
That's awful.
It's crazy.
10 out of 10.
Yeah. So
So
allegedly
that is
life.
like
It's insane. Yeah,
That-
that is
yeah.
some crazy ass shit. To the
Yeah.
dogs.
So what was the next question?
Allegedly.
allegedly.
So
Sport. How responsible should the teams?
should the
be?
teams be enforcing the behavior?
I would say pretty responsible.
A 10 out of 10.
Pretty responsible.
Okay.
Well, wait, okay,
here's
are
a
you
question.
saying-
Here's a question. What can we do
What
as
would
a
you?
sports society to
What do
change
you
that?
think
'Cause
the
they aren't.
NFL should have done about Michael Vick?
Oh,
doing
the
that?
NFL.
Like, for
Yeah.
example, like what do you think the NFL and the Falcons should have actually done versus what they did, which is just release him and then let him come back with essentially no issues whatsoever, like less than 2 years later?
They probably shouldn't have done that.
Well, okay, well, what should they have done was what I asked. No,
And well,
This is
what
totally
could-
your opinion.
What
could they have
done? Yeah,
They could
I
have
mean,
never let him play again.
Well, yeah, obviously. I said like, what did I say?
They shouldn't have.
you
they
just
sh-
said they should have done what they did.
Yeah, and they should have not let him play. Allegedly.
I think we made
hypothetically this time.
Yeah. So, okay. So, do you think there's anything else they could have done to enforce behavior, or do you think if he just never got to play again, that would have been pretty good?
I mean, they could have probably sued him. The NFL.
They actually have in the past sued people for making the NFL look bad.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They could have done that actually. That actually, on top of it, would have helped.
Yeah.
I think
yeah.
the combination of those two
Yeah.
things is pretty grim, actually.
Yeah. Allegedly.
No. If he says allegedly again, I'm about to be an alleged serial
You told me.
batterer.
You told me to make sure we didn't get in trouble legally. So I'm just making
you
sure.
You did a good job, Justin.
Yeah. Thank you.
I can guarantee no one's gonna.
I think that I will say I think this certain situation is something so like spiral like this is an out of left field kind of thing. Should he have been brought back? No.
No. Yeah. No.
But
no.
like beyond that, like this is a sort of thing where this is like a very like how many of these people, because it seems like a big social event, do we know were tied to the NFL?
I don't think many of them were at all actually.
Yeah. No.
So
This
I think
is.
these are just like rich
Very-
people he knew. Yeah.
Very evil rich people, yeah.
Yeah. And they did it all on his property, and he bankrolled like the whole thing. That is confirmed. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
No, that's what he was charged with, was bankrolling the betting rings, the operation itself, and providing
And he
a
was
location.
convicted for that.
Yeah, that's what he was actually convicted for.
Allegedly.
No.
Yes.
No.
Well, that was not alleged. He did that.
Yeah. I'm just saying the whole thing. Allegedly.
Okay.
But
Okay.
yeah,
Let's continue.
Let's get to the
You're
next
right,
one.
Dustin.
What's the next question?
Well, you're done.
Oh, okay. Cool. Allegedly.
I feel like that whole situation,
call
like
that
people
part.
couldn't see that, but it really felt like we were trying to help someone like
Understand 6 + 10.
Let's say it's like
Well,
in
okay,
school.
in my
it's, like,
defense.
it's like in school when like the kid asks like the question on the test and the teacher comes over there and just like tells them the answer basically like in a long
Look.
way.
All I'm gonna say is like you gave me this like big ass question,
Yeah.
and it's just like it's kind of difficult to remember all that.
Okay, fair.
I mean it is a tough question.
It was
Yeah.
it was a much harder question.
It was
than
definitely the
Chris's.
hardest philosophical question we've gotten so far.
It was,
Yeah,
it was a good question. though.
Bryce's one he was supposed to get, I remember, was actually fucking like mad hard to answer. And then I
Yeah.
just asked him what we should call the segment. Chris reviews it in.
I would say I did a good job.
Mm.
All right.
Allegedly.
Allegedly.
Allegedly is right. So the next game, okay, starts with the main characters trying to do the exact same thing they did in the other game, right? Where they immediately get like an alley-oop kind of thing. However, it doesn't work because Akashi just blocks that shit because he's broken. This is just a thing he's generally going to do a lot in this game, is stealing the ball. However, Akagami does what is called going into the zone. Now, I didn't bring this up, but Super Saiyan is dead ass in this shit.
Is that what that red eye is in the left hand corner?
So if you see any of the pictures where they have red lightning coming out of their eyes, that is them being in the zone. Now, the zone is a
For
literal
those who are like,
state you enter. It is not like a manner of speaking. It is like legitimately basketball Super Saiyan. And to enter the zone, you approach this giant gate in your mind with a gatekeeper at the gate. And once you enter the first gate, you have to like break it down mentally. And once you get good enough at it, you can do it on purpose. There are not many people who can do it on purpose, but they can. Kagami has become able to at this point in the show. So he enters it immediately as soon as the game starts, and he goes on an 11-point streak. So the score is 11-2. Now, at this point, they're like, holy shit, how are we going to stop him? Because Kagami in the zone is like able to jump from outside the paint to the basket. What? And he can shoot threes very accurately. So he's like super duper ultra broken. And he also has this thing he'll do where instead of dunking, he'll jump from outside the paint and he'll shoot the basketball downward at the basket because he's that high in there.
What?
So he can like aim down and like fire it in.
Yeah.
That's amazing.
And they call that move the Meteor Jam.
The Meteor Jam.
Right next to being called Space Jam, but like not quite, you know?
Yeah.
That's copyrighted. Okay.
Allegedly.
Now, almost immediately, whenever Kagami enters this mode, to make it so that their offense is stronger, they just get Kuroko out. Because they're like, if he is basically a one-man offense, we don't need Kuroko to help him. Okay. They just give the ball to him immediately, and then he just beats their whole team by himself. Now, also, if you're in the zone, you can basically beat an entire team not in the zone all on your own. It's not that hard, which is not true anymore because Akashi comes up with a plan to get Kagami to leave the zone because he fucks him up so bad. And he gets past Kagami and does an ankle break on him. And he has a quote here that I like where he says, "Your head was too high compared to mine." Like kneel or something like that. And then he ankle breaks him and then he leaves the zone because he gets like unconcentrated because he just got it fucked so hard. This is the only time in the show that I can think of where someone not in the zone just outright beats someone in the zone. I can't think of another time where that happens. And as a result,
is that what's happening in the left picture?
I'm trying to. I definitely put the picture in here. I think
It's that leftmost picture, right? Okay, so we got him like, yeah. Is it not that one?
I feel like it's on here, but I don't know where. Oh, it's this one right here.
Oh, okay. So
yeah, so
he's just
on.
passing him, and
Yeah.
he's just like everything's white.
And by the way, Akashi
there's okay.
has competed in innumerable types of like activities from a very small child, like from a very young age, like piano, soccer, football. There's others they show.
Hacky sack.
Yeah, stuff like that.
Yeah.
And he has
Cornhole.
never lost once ever.
He's the best like cornhole player in Japan.
Yeah, for sure.
Okay, well,
If he did it, he would be. Yeah.
do you how good do you think he'd be in America at cornhole?
In America,
The best.
Oh, he'd be the best.
Yeah.
He never loses. Yeah.
I think
Other than
I think my
right here,
brother.
where he's going to lose.
What about my brother? Okay.
Okay.
Do you think
that
they
would be
would
a
good
tightly
team?
contested match?
Do you think they would be a good
Other than
team?
that, Jordan would miss, and he wouldn't.
Yeah. But the thing is, I
As a
think
team,
yeah. How do you think they gel?
I think they do great.
Okay.
I mean, anybody on a team with a guy who literally can't miss no matter what would do pretty good. So,
Yeah.
like, what would your chance of beating the world champions be if you were the guy
Do you
who
think
never
that
didn't miss the hole?
if he like started playing cornhole though that he would like listen to country?
I don't think that's a pertinent question.
What about like facial hair?
He has none.
Let's go ahead and move on.
He doesn't need the facial hair power
All right.
up.
So, since Kagami is out of the zone now, they start generally just losing.
Dark Kagami.
So also there's this thing that characters have called the animal instinct.
Of course,
and there's a few characters that have it. One of which is Hayama, the dribble guy.
What about Izumi?
Guy who dribbles really hard. No.
But he has the
He does the eagle eye, but that's not what that means.
Okay. All right.
Also, the thing that he does to predict the future is called the Emperor's Eye. Let me check that.
Emperor's Eye.
Mother. Oh, okay. Yeah, it was.
Do we have a bad situation?
No. She's just telling me where Levin's carrier is.
Oh.
Okay. But yeah. Now, his thing is that he seems like they say he seems like a cheetah. Whatever the fuck that means. Then they compare Kagami to a tiger. Cool, whatever.
Yeah.
There's a lot of useless bullshit that they bring up. Now, they decide to put Kuroko back in the game. And he's doing his passing doodad. And they're like, why is it just not working? Because it's not. And so the whole thing is throughout the tournament, Kuroko has learned how to dribble and shoot slowly throughout the tournament. And because of this, now that they have to actually worry about him scoring, the crowd is more aware of him. And as a result,
his power,
his ability to not be visible is way less good. So they can kind of just see him now.
Crowd. Because
the crowd is so focused on him because they watched him literally score the game-winning point 2 games in a row before this one. So they're like, well, we're obviously going to be paying attention to you now. Like we're getting constant reinforcement that you're here because you're like the most popular player. Like we're not going to forget about you. Like you could otherwise. Really weird logic, whatever.
Yeah. The
doesn't
players
make a whole lot of sense.
The players are not the
okay. But yeah, so they start cleaning him up. So they just take him out of the game. They're like, well, if you can't pass without getting the ball stolen, we're taking you out. So now with 7 minutes are left in the first quarter. The score is 17-15 already. 3 minutes have passed.
What?
17-15. It's been 3 minutes.
Oh.
Rakuzan is leading, by the way. And then at the end of the quarter, it is 21-21. So that's the first quarter over. 21-21.
There was just nothing left in that 7 minutes.
Yeah, they did.
Wait. They made like another 10 points.
Yeah, they did.
Like total. Yeah. That's actually that's fucking a lot,
weird.
bro. They did not score much compared to the first 3 minutes. All right. They find out pretty quickly that this other guy on the team,
the one that kind of looks like
the other guy is he literally is exactly like Kuroko, but doesn't have a shooting dribbling deficiency.
Oh no.
Akashi was like, what would have been better is if Kuroko didn't also suck. So he made this guy. This guy was actually going to quit being a player. And there's like this whole thing where Akashi like convinced him to keep playing just so that he could make him like that.
Yeah.
But wouldn't the crowd notice?
No, because this is the first game in the tournament he's played in.
Oh.
Yeah. So they don't even like know who he is. And when he shoots, it's not like Kuroko does where it's like, oh, wow, he's actually shooting because he's been in the tournament so long. He's just entering the game and he just shoots like normal.
He's just another player from the team that's
yeah. When Kuroko shoots, he has to do like a cringe thing where he makes the ball like disappear. It's fucking stupid. He also has a thing called the vanishing drive where he goes like, and he's just gone. He just disappears.
Where did he go?
But with the way he does that, get this shit, is he has Kagami run behind him, and Kagami is so noticeable that whenever you see him, your attention completely deviates to him. God. And then Kuroko's like goes in your blind spot from when you look at Kagami running past you.
I know I'm gonna get slam dunk. How am I going to beat this shit? How am I gonna beat this shit? This is gold. Like, that is Chris, so dumb.
You're gonna have to maybe step up. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah.
Okay.
Baby steps
now, up. Mayuzumi is kicking their ass. Frankly, they're getting fucked. So now it's 35-25. And they are focusing on Akashi. So what they start doing is to make it so their point guard doesn't get tired too fast. They are literally swapping in first year doo-doo ass players to guard him for like periods of like 2 to 3 minutes. and then taking them out and putting someone else in so that they just don't get so tired from having to guard Akashi constantly. It's barely working, but it kind of works. Then Nobuya, the black guy, has one of the dumbest flashbacks I've ever seen. So him and the other guy, Kiyoshi, are chilling there, and they're like, he's basically just saying, do you remember me from middle school? And Kiyoshi's like, no. And he's like, you out-muscled me once. And then he's like, and then he said, what? He's like, you beat me and you said you should work on your skills because muscles are not all that matter. But I disagreed with you. Yeah. He's like, okay. Yeah. He's like, yeah. So I trained my muscles till I was the most muscular man.
This is the in the best, sport. This is the best thing ever.
It's like I trained so hard, so I'm the most muscular man in the 10th grade.
And then he just starts screaming muscle screen, and then screens the dude, gets a muscle rebound, and then muscle dunks.
Yeah, dude, let's go muscle.
And then Kiyoshi, the character who's like guarding him, is like, why is he saying it every time? Because he's muscular. There are many times where they verbally acknowledge how weird it is that he always just screams like,
no, that's
muscle
really
rebound.
I like that's really weird.
Yeah, and his own teammates are like, yeah, we told him to stop.
I mean, if it helps him power up, then like, sure.
Yeah. That's true. If they're
he
winning,
might not be in the zone, but he made his own.
Now, there also is a period where Mibuchi, the fruity guy, starts.
You mean me bitchy?
Yeah, Mibuchi and Hyuga start shooting threes back and forth against each other. But because Mibuchi is faking out whether he'll go forward or backer with the heaven and earth shot, he makes it so Hyuga gets 2 fouls against him and he gets extra points. So not only is he scoring more threes, but he's also getting the free throws. So then at the end of the quarter, Akagami's like, we have to start scoring. So he goes to score and Akashi blocks the ball, steals it, runs across, and Akashi's little ass dunks on his bitch ass.
Okay. At this moment, what is going in the zone do to your stamina?
Well, okay. He's out of it.
Yeah, but where is he at? I mean,
he should be tired. Yeah, the zone is grim until the next half where he's in it almost the whole half and it doesn't matter.
Okay.
Okay, so as a result of him getting dunked on, their score goes from 60 to 62. I'm sure you're thinking, oh, didn't you say it was 35-25 like literally 2 minutes ago? I did say that. Yeah. It is currently 62 to 37 at the half. That is a 25-point deficit.
So
yeah, that's neat. Now,
wait. So what was the score again?
62 to 37.
There still is potential for 69-69.
Wow, that
is true.
If it happened,
that'll be insanity crazy.
That'd be so amazing.
That's true.
There's also a chance for oh, never mind. Just move on.
69-420.
No, I was gonna say 88, spelled boob, but that's impossible. Just move on.
Hold up.
Just move on. Become Bob.
Wouldn't it be 80 to like 08?
Yeah,
that's what I was saying.
It cannot be 80 to 8.
Well, he realized that. He corrected.
Yeah, I realized. That's why I said let's move on.
That's fair. That's fair.
That's
I was confused by what you even meant for a second.
Oh no,
the lamp.
I was about to say
like we're good. We're good.
We're rare tech guy dub.
Okay. Now, in the next half,
all I do is have dubs.
Immediately the whole point of
allegedly,
yeah, allegedly getting dubs. All right, Mibuchi makes it a whole point to try to foul out the 3-point shooter on the main team, and the 3-point shooter gets upset because he thinks he gets fouled when he shouldn't. So instead of getting 1 foul, he gets 2 because he gets a technical foul also, and they have to pull him out of the game. So he doesn't hit 5 fouls yet. Now, during this period, they put Kuroko back in, and they decide to use Kuroko to try to beat Mayuzumi. Now, Mayuzumi starts just scoring on him, over and over again because he's asked the game, and he just knows where he is. Now, at this point, get this. Kuroko, because he's the only one they're giving the ball to, because it's such a mismatch, Kuroko is like, see, this is what I wanted, okay? I wanted you to shoot so much that you lost your ability to be invisible immediately. And because now they know you're not invisible anymore, I'm invisible again. And so now he is now, because he's more noticeable than himself, he is now not noticeable again, despite that the crowd is still cheering for him the whole time.
Makes me drool like
now,
a child.
My brain hurts.
Okay. Now that they have mitigated him to an extent, the score goes to 71-52. Rakuzan's still winning.
They coming back.
And it's 19-point deficit. Okay. Akashi won't sub out Mayuzumi, though, even though he has no purpose anymore. Now he's just a worse version of other players on the team, because now that Mayuzumi has been the most noticeable part of the game for the last like 3 minutes, he's like, whenever you run past me, they're going to think we're going to pass to you again, but we're not. So they're going to look at you, and then I'm just going to shoot. And
I like these 5-head tactics, dude. They're playing 4D chess out here.
They're definitely playing 4D chess.
Oh my God. They got the zone. They got the muscles. They got the invisibility.
They got it all. So now Hayama is like marking Izuki. Okay. And he's like, I'm going to break it out. I'm going to use the 5-finger lightning dribble.
Oh no.
Now, this is the first time we've seen this in the show. He's like,
that's what's happening in the top right corner, right?
So Kagami re-enters the zone, and he does this thing where he's like, no one is coming in this circle. So he just gets inside the paint, and the paint has a red perimeter on it now. And if you enter it, he just guards you immediately. And so they're like,
we're talking like a hunter situation
with fucking Nobunaga.
Yeah.
So they're like, oh no, how are we gonna get in the paint? And so Hayama's like, I'm just gonna dribble so hard that he can't steal the ball from you. Okay. So then Izuki's like, I'm going to position you in a way where when he dribbles the ball to the other side, Kuroko threatens to steal it. Then Kagami, because I forced you into the paint with the dribble, will try to steal it. And then when you try to dribble to the other side to get away from Kagami, I'm going to steal it. Dude. And he's like, you can't stop the triple steal threat. And he's right. God. It works. And then after this, Hayama's like, oh no, it worked. So he stops trying to do it, even though it shouldn't work ever again.
Yeah. Dude, okay. I don't think I'm going to be rating these series right. This is an alleged 10 out of 10.
Well, it's not time for the
so now
the I don't know if it's happening this time.
By the way, because he scored, the lead goes to 16 points. So they're still losing, but not as bad. Akashi then gets really mad at Hayama. He's like, bro, cut it out. Be better. Then Koga, another player who's on Seirin who's not been in the game, has been marking Mibuchi for a little bit, and now he's like, he's starting to figure out how the shot where like you can't jump to try to block it works, and he manages to jump, and then the third quarter ends, and they're down by 20. It's 88-68. Holy shit, that's a high score.
Yeah.
Remind the last game, and it's 79-78.
And so there's 10 minutes left, right?
Yes.
Okay.
So, dude, holy shit, Seirin is about to score so many in this quarter. Okay. Hyuga comes back in.
Did anyone ever think about how much that sounds like saline solution?
No, I didn't, but thanks for bringing it up.
Yeah, I did now.
I'm just thinking about how I wish I could see.
That's fair. You brought that up earlier.
You can have my eyes.
Do we know how good Usain's Bolt's vision is?
Probably
I don't know.
Probably
but I'm
good.
sure it's
I can
good.
do a Google search.
Yeah,
look that up. I'm sure that's marked down somewhere.
Is that documented?
How good?
We'll see if he can donate.
If he's an Olympic athlete, maybe actually.
How do you spell Usain? Or how do you
Usain.
How do you pronounce it? Or how you spell it?
Usain.
Okay. Bold.
Okay. Now
Vision.
they are down by 20. They put Hyuga back in, the guy who almost fouled out, and get this. So he determines the way he's jumping forward and backward can be predicted with his center of gravity. And what he's doing, no shit, to do the shot where you can't jump to is because his other two shots, he just jumps straight from the ground without bending his knees. But the third one, he bends real low And so you think he's going to jump at the same timing, but he doesn't, but you already jumped. So it's not that you aren't able to jump. It's that you already jumped. Don't realize you already jumped. So when he jumps, you're on the ground because you jumped earlier, but you just think you didn't jump at all.
You just also got to do a nice squat. Like
he literally, this should be so reactable. Like when they show him do it, he's like all the way down. I'm like, bro, how the fuck did you not notice he was
that
doing
at
that?
all? Yeah,
it's so distinct and different. I'm like, what the? Okay.
Maybe it's one of those things where like they're slow.
Okay, so they go on a streak. It's 88-78 now. Akashi's like, y'all fuckers suck. Y'all are going to lose this game. Kagami goes to score, and the ball's taken from him, and then he ankle breaks the entire team. Akashi does. And they're like
he's
what?
Styling?
Like
Riley Freeman.
And then just ankle breaks the whole team. Yeah, kind of like that. And because of this, they're like, oh no. And then they're like, he's in the zone.
Wait, I got a question.
Yeah.
Do you know who Riley Freeman is, Justin?
No idea.
Okay, he's my favorite basketball player. Okay, continue.
Okay. So
that's who he is.
They decide to leave, beating him to Kagami, right? And then Aomine Daiki, the blue hair generation of miracles, in the crowd is like, dude, but what if Kagami beats him by entering the true zone?
The true zone?
The true zone.
No,
dude, how does he even know that exists?
Because when you break through the door, like I mentioned, there's a second door with a gatekeeper.
Yeah, he said when you break through the first door.
There's another door with a gatekeeper. And this is where...
Is this like Full Metal Alchemist?
Was that head off?
Kinda.
Is it head off?
Head off at the door?
Shit.
Okay.
Oh my God. I love this.
Head off. Okay, so then Akashi becomes able to run across the court and steal the ball from anyone, no matter where they are.
Okay.
And he starts double ankle breaking people over and over again. Kagami cannot react to his predictions anymore. So like he can't out predict him. And then after this happens, Kagami's like, I need to enter the super zone. And so Akashi starts jumping like super high. He's just unstoppable. And so there's a point where the score, where Kuroko, okay, it's so stupid. Kuroko is revealed to have the Emperor Eye too, but he can only see the movements of his good friends. I'm not kidding.
The friendship.
I'm not kidding. So he spots.
Oh my God, I'm shaking. That's so good.
So Akashi predicts Kagami, and so Kuroko predicted Kagami too because he's his good friend. Mm-hmm. So since he predicted the same thing Akashi predicted, they match predictions, and he steals the ball from Akashi, and Akashi's like, no, dude, that's my first turnover ever. And he gets so upset that the team keeps passing to him, even though he's not in the zone anymore, because they don't realize it. And he's just keeps turning over the ball like 6 times in a row. And now the score is 92-90.
Oh my God.
Okay. I want to address something.
I was going to say, Chris needs to take a break. He's getting too excited.
I need to address something. Bryce said that's awful. And what did you say?
That's terrible.
It's terrible. Okay. That's what's so fucking good.
I mean, I know that's terrible.
That is so trash.
Yeah.
This whole thing is this is terrible. The zone, saying
funny
muscles,
like the zone thing when it first
zone
happens is really cool, and then later it's just so it just doesn't make sense anymore.
Yeah, well,
they just start entering the zone for half the game. And I'm like, that's not what you said that did. In the first time they used the zone, they're in the zone for not even 2 minutes.
Dude,
and
if
then
Kuroko can actually throw a basketball to make a point, they can go in the zone forever. So this is just like, it makes me so happy how stupid this is, and let's go on.
So you know how you brought up that one of his eyes is one color and the other is not?
Yeah.
Well, there's a point in his childhood in middle school where the other members of the Generation of Miracles started rebelling against him because he was the worst member at the time. And they're like, yeah, you can't do anything to us, bro. So Murasaki Bara, the purple guy, 1v1'd him. And in the middle of this match, Akashi's like, no, I cannot lose. This cannot happen. And the reason he can't lose is due to a promise he made his father after his mother passed away. And his mother was like, his father is basically like, don't even worry about his dad, but his mom was like the parent he actually liked. And she's the one who got him into basketball. It was her, I guess, only gift to him ever. It was a basketball.
Yeah.
His parents are affluent AF. His parents are rich, and they gave him a basketball for his birthdays. Come the fuck on. You can do better than that.
Well, if
give
he's
him an
able to
Uzi
do
or anything cooler than one basketball.
Okay, look, they gave him football, playing piano lessons, hacky sack. They sent him to America to play cornhole, like with my brother.
That's fair. That's pretty impressive. And your brother's not even in the anime. He's
Absolutely
in real
not.
life.
Yeah, he's
They had
in
to figure
real
that
life.
shit out,
They
too.
got him here, dude.
Okay.
It's just that anime.
Now, so as a result of this, what happens is he goes into like he's sitting on the bench and they're about to take him out of the game. And Miyazumi's like, bro, you're being a baby. Little baby man, baby head, baby ass. And then so he's so he starts having an internal monologue and he's standing up like in tears because he's about to finally lose. And then there's another Akashi sitting on the bench. And he's like, it's time for us to swap back. And this is when you find out that the two eyes are because he actually has split personality disorder.
What?
And so what happened was whenever he had to like beat that guy, he became a shitty person just to win that one time. And it like locked him like that forever. And the warp was catalyzed by his mother's passing. So whenever he wants to warp back, he becomes like a team player again. And so he warps back and he's like, coach, keep me in. And the coach is like, whoa, one of his eyes is not yellow anymore because his eyes are both red now. They're the same color now. And the coach is like, all right, get in there. And so they start scoring like crazy because Akashi's passes are dead ass flawless.
How much time does this have left? Like
I don't know, fucking like 5 minutes. I'm not sure.
A lot of stuff's been going on.
So then whenever this happens, he starts passing perfectly and he's passing so well and so flawlessly that his whole team enters the zone. The whole team.
They're not going to lose.
And so now,
Outa.
by the way, I forgot to mention, this is a part around here where Aomine is like, dude, how can Kagami enter the zone so much? Or somebody says that to Aomine, and Aomine is like, he's doing it because his condition to enter the zone is the will to fight for his friends.
Okay. Yes. Wait.
You already know.
We need to show the background of your computer now.
I fight for my friends at Yellowstone.
We fight for our friends, dude. Who made the image?
Snowscapism.
Snowscapism. This one's for you. Just hit the Microsoft button. Oh, hit escape for Oh, there he is.
That's good enough. That's good enough.
Whoa!
Yo.
What is that?
Whoa!
Young PNG. Whoa! I'm trying to look at.
You can look at this picture. I think I had this at one point in the slideshow for Terraformers. It's the Michelle chick.
Let's go, dude.
Yeah, well, I'm trying to let's go about a man who fights for his friends.
That's fair, Chris.
Yeah.
Okay.
And Akashi is one of them.
Yes. Now, at this point, they're like, how are we going to enter the super zone? Okay. So both teams are scoring like fucking crazy. And I said that. That's what I wrote down here. They're not actually scoring that much. But yeah, now Hayama in the zone can consecutively lightning dribble like nonstop. And the rest of the team is just like broken. They just don't miss. And now it's 103 to 96. Rakuzan is beating them. And so Seirin's like, we got to do better. And then Kuroko's friend, who was on the team that lost 111 to 11, the second best, like the best player in the country, not on their team, who quit basketball after that, by the way. He did not want to play basketball anymore after that happened to him. And he comes, he's like, Kuroko, you can do it. And then the whole audience, every major character is like, yeah, you guys got this. So
then see, this is why I asked, why do they want fucking Sato to win is because I know this is the real essence of sports.
Yeah, exactly. So then Seirin is doing better, and eventually Kagami enters the Super Zone. Now, the Super Zone
is that one in the?
Yeah, it's this picture right here, where it looks like they're in a fucking wormhole. So it looks like they're in like a different dimension, and it's like a dark blue all around everyone, and the ball itself has the lightning running through it too, and it like courses through their whole team as they pass the ball to each other, and it basically is the same thing as what Akashi's doing, but they have to enter this harder mode to enter. But by the way, the gatekeeper, by the way, was just Kuroko himself. Because he's like the ultimate homie, you know? So you got to like be a super homie to enter the homie door.
Kuroko?
Yeah, not specifically him, but it's just a homie of some kind. And
I was about to say.
And by the way, when he opens the door, it's just all of his friends behind the door.
Yes!
And then Akashi still is able to ankle break Kagami, even though he's in the Super Zone. And they're like, oh no, how can we win? So it's 105 to 98. There are 40 seconds left.
Oh man, they really
They have 7 points to make up. Despite the difference, though, Rakuzan doesn't prevent them from. Kagami makes a 3 in the Super Zone. Then they steal the ball to prevent him from making another 3. But then Hyuga, their 3-point shooter, gets the ball back, and he makes the dude foul him the same way he was being fouled the whole game, so that he gets the free throw and the other thing to tie the game.
Oh my!
How much time?
When that
how much
stops
time is left now?
Like,
Huh?
Do you know how much time is left now?
Probably like 10 seconds.
Okay.
So we got like 10 seconds left, and the score is tied at 105. So
Justin,
then they're like,
sir.
oh, so by the way,
Yes,
okay, so wait, that's no, it's 104, 105, because what happens is they miss the free throw so that they can get a rebound on it, because you can't grab your own free throw if you make it.
I see.
So he misses it on purpose. Then they go to grab it, and what happens is, get this, they get Tepe or Kiyoshi gets the ball. He does the right of postponement thing, and Kuroko, he passes it to Kuroko. And Kuroko's like, I don't need to do it alone, or some shit like that.
Yes.
Then he passes
Yes,
the
he
ball
does.
to Kagami, and Kagami dunks it, and they win. Which is, by the way, a super less exciting final sequence than the slam dunk one, by like quite a bit.
Yeah.
This took like pages,
yeah,
but whatever. They win the game. And then Akashi comes over to Kuroko, and he's like, haha, you beat me, congrats. By the way, in the second year of their high school,
They stabbed him.
Akashi wins the national tournament easily. Just fun fact. There you go. That was it. That was that game.
I want to say, I feel like every great athlete, they need to have like that one loss that like really stings to like truly become great.
Yeah, Tom Brady had to lose to Eli Manning twice.
And Nick Foles. Big Dick Nick.
God damn, he lost some shitters in the Super Bowl, bro.
The Philly special.
Okay. So that being said,
was
okay,
beautiful.
before we get in to who is going to do which one in our great debate or whatever, but I wanted to call a segment B4s.
I like that.
But
That's what it's
before we
called.
get into the B4, what we're going to do,
We can do chicken challenge.
we can change it each time. So this will be called, this one will be called the B4, and the next one,
Pork pickins.
the pork bowl. Okay. You know what? This one's the pork bowl.
Yeah.
Equine equation.
Like how equation is like
That's not
such
even
like a random word for
I
that.
was like, what the fuck? What is eat?
Okay. That's fair. Okay.
What is fish? Like, what is the technical term? I'm forgetting what it is.
The avian attack.
That's definitely birds.
Yeah, I know, but like
Reptile.
The reptile.
the reptile
Shit.
rumble.
Yeah.
The reptile rumble. Okay. So we'll go with the pork bowl this time.
The
And
pork
then,
bowl.
but before we get into that,
Wait,
we
can
have
we
one
just sell?
more
Never mind.
philosophical question
Okay.
Yes.
Philosophical question.
for our oldest member. All right, Bryce.
Okay.
Now, your philosophical question goes as follows. In recent news, former UFC champion Cain Velasquez is allegedly convicted of attempted murder when he shot when he shot the stepfather of a man allegedly accused of molesting his 4-year-old daughter over 100 times. In your view, what is the role of the justice system in allowing these people to leave without probation whatsoever? 2, do you think you would have done the same? And 3, what role do you think vigilante justice is allowed to play?
Okay.
Allegedly.
Okay. Can we go one by one? State the questions.
Okay, so
again, we'll go one by one.
What role should the justice system play in allowing people like that to go with no probation whatsoever? Because for frame of reference, he still just works at the daycare. The guy who allegedly molested a girl over 100 times.
I mean, they definitely should just not allow him to go unpunished for that. Like, obviously.
Yes. Like, what do you do? My more specific question is, should he obviously not be allowed to work at the daycare until they're certain that he didn't do it?
I mean, I feel like.
Also,
like during, I mean,
in specific context, his family owns the daycare too.
Yeah. I'm about to say, like, until he's proven innocent, but I feel like if there's 100 cases that are like reported, or I don't even know how they like know about that happen 100 times, they should for sure like not even allow him to be around like any sort of children at all, or even maybe even around anyone. They should. I know this isn't like how it should, like this isn't how it works. They should just like put him in jail until they like prove him innocent. At that point, like, holy fuck, man,
that's
guilty until proven innocent.
Yes,
yeah.
Honestly,
sometimes in that situation, it really should be like that, bro.
Yeah, okay.
And then the second thing I was asking you is, if you were in the same situation and had the opportunity to kill that motherfucker, and this is your 4-year-old child, would you?
I mean, if it was my child and I knew that he had done it, I mean, just even once, like the heat of the moment would be fucked. Like, I would do some shit for sure.
Okay. And then the third thing is, what role do you think vigilante justice should be allowed to play? Like, do you think people should be allowed to do what he did and kill him if he had actually managed? By the way, like I said, he accidentally shot his stepdad instead of him, who was in the car right next to him. But if he had managed to kill the guy, do you think it should be okay that he did that because of how clear it is the court fucked up?
There's definitely like a gray area, because like you're killing someone regardless, because like the whole idea is you need the justice system to do it. But I feel like there's a certain point where, depending on what it is, like if you have proof and you know, specifically if it's your child, like there's no way you can like stop them. It's just like their instinct, where they're just like, I'm gonna murder this person. So I mean, I don't know.
Also, as a follow-up to this, they let the other guy go just out in public and still work at this daycare. Cain Velasquez, who everyone is like, there is literally not a single person who is not attested to the content of his character outside of this one event in his like entire life, basically. And they have all said, no, I mean, he would not do this to anyone except that guy who did that to his daughter, allegedly. And they were like, okay, we don't care. He's a threat to everyone in San Jose County. That's what the court said. And he does not even have the option to go before the court again and prove that he's not a threat to anyone. And it's just that one guy for another like 2 months now.
Yeah. I mean, I feel like,
but the molester got out in like a week.
Allegedly. I was about to say, like, he definitely should not, he should have like a fair trial and like have an understanding of like the actual circumstances. But
yeah, like it wouldn't be anyone, it'd be this guy.
Legally, it is just like, it's, you know, you fucking shot someone or murder, but like, yeah, I don't know, man. I feel like a moral.
I feel like context is pretty important.
Yeah, like a moral ground and context. Like I feel like, you know, I don't know. It's pretty.
It's a pretty fucked.
There's a lot of gray areas in this.
What's funny is when this was reported, I actually told Brights about this. And we're like, haha, classic UFC champion killing someone. and then I read about it the next day. I'm like, oh, that's kind of more bleak than I thought.
Yeah, a little different.
Well, all right. It's now time. Okay.
What are we calling the segment?
The pork bowl.
This one's the pork bowl, but we're gonna like switch it out.
The meaty mashup.
The meaty mashup. You know.
I deadass misplaced my quarter. Grim. Luckily I got a dimmy right here. Okay. Oh, it's right on the floor.
He just threw the dime on the floor
So,
too. He just said,
Here we
"Bye."
go. I'm gonna flip a coin under the table. Whichever one lands on heads, I give Bryce the one I like more. All right, you ready?
What?
Okay. 3, 2,
What does that
1.
even mean?
Heads.
Which one is it?
Oh, bro, you gotta stand like just stand up.
Yeah, just put it on the table.
Stand up.
Which one is it?
Heads.
Tails.
Okay, so since we got tails, I'm gonna give Bryce slam dunk.
Ooh.
Okay.
All right, and
Can
here's how we're gonna conduct this. So I'm gonna give Bryce 3 minutes to start here, and then I'm gonna give Chris roughly a similar time to go.
Okay.
I don't need 3 minutes.
And then we'll have Justin decide who did a better job. Now,
Okay, bet.
Well,
I was setting a timer. All right.
okay. So, actually, let me do that part, please.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
You're the judge. You need to be
So,
impartial.
I'm the judge?
impartial.
Okay.
You need
Oh,
to be focusing on my face or right.
So you get
am
a
going to be an impartial arbiter.
get a max of 3 minutes, Bryce, to start here. Go.
Okay, so I feel like they're pretty comparable in how dope they are. Chris definitely was overreacting to some bullshit for sure, but I feel like the deciding factor in this, like 100%, is like we had a short discussion about an event that happened in Slam Dunk where they got nut power. That's it.
Okay, is that it?
All right.
All right. So you get
What was that?
there was a offer up notification.
Okay.
All right. So Chris, you get a roughly similar time to 3 minutes.
Okay.
Let me put that in real quick. All right. Yeah. Go.
Justin, we're friends, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Would I stab you?
Yes.
Well, actually, I'm here to tell you I would not stab you.
E2 Chris.
Okay, I wouldn't stab you. Just not.
First of all, how do you know the reference, but not how it's pronounced?
Yeah,
What do you
yeah.
mean?
It's definitely etu.
It's definitely etu brute.
E2.
Oh no.
Oh my god.
It's literally not possible, in my opinion, to know that, but not know how it's pronounced. That this is full cap, full on Omega Giga Cap. By the way, your time's up. That's a big argument. Okay, so do you have any rebuttal?
Wait, what? I don't get to rebuttal here.
Well, no, you do. You will if you want. Okay. So you get like a minute to counter
Bro,
it.
that's some bullshit.
I'm gonna throw up.
That's what I got.
Okay, that's what you got. Okay, then you get a minute to counter rebuttal.
Power of friendship, Justin. I'm not even gonna sit here and tell you that is dumb. That you think it's E2, right? Because I'm your friend and I wouldn't stab you.
By the way, Justin, real quick, I need you to check your text.
Chris doesn't know what he's talking about, dog.
Oh my god.
Okay,
Jesus
Chris,
Christ.
keep going. Need you to kill time while texting.
Kuroko no basket's just good, Justin.
Kusako no bitch get.
Okay. Well, okay.
Kusako.
I'm not appealing to Justin anymore. We got a serious what is it?
Does
Bull.
okay, what degree of nut power does that show have?
Okay. So
Dude,
you know
Kuroko
how
no
they
Basket is infamous for its yaoi art.
Kuroko no Basket, look at it this way. They're all super good friends, right? Imagine how like close Kuroko, like, do you know what spooning is? Do you know what cuddling and spooning is? Think
No,
of
can you show me?
Yeah, come over here.
No, I'm just kidding.
Okay. So imagine Kagami, Dark Kagami, holding my guy
Dare catch me.
Kuroko no Basket,
and his horse.
and his horse. I mean, Dark
Holding
Kagami is-
Kuroko and no basket.
Yeah,
And no
no
basket.
basket. Also known as Little Man from Shadow of Colossus. He's
Spoiler.
he's whole. Oh,
That wasn't the spoiling
that
part.
wasn't the spoiler. He's
People know there's
holding
a
him
man in
like
the
a
game.
little cuddle. You
I didn't know that.
Think about my reaction to seeing all those anime men.
Did you just spoil it for yourself then?
That's true. Yeah, he did.
I don't even know what Shadow
Okay.
Colossus is. Just keep going.
Think about my reaction about all those sweaty men. That gave me nut power.
That is a fair point, I have to say. You know, you definitely looked like you were on the verge of nutting a couple times.
Definitely sounded like it too. This is so awesome.
Yeah, because when I ejaculate,
Fucking-
I say, "This is awesome! I love this." Oh, I love ejaculating. It's so great.
Damn, that's yikes, bro.
Oh my god.
What does the guy say? Say strength something or power? What? Muscle nut.
Okay, see, you're telling me they got the nut power,
No,
but they ain't
no,
got the
they-
muscle nut.
Bro, that's bullshit though, because nut power like overrules anything.
Okay, I'm done.
Okay, you're done. Do you have any final rebuttals, Bryce?
That's some bullshit, dude.
Okay. So we will now go to our exam proctor for the pork ball, who will decide who our victor is.
AKA.
You can give whatever reason you liked what they said or not.
All right. As an independent arbitrator that I am.
Wait, with no influence from me or any text I
Yeah,
sent
no
whatsoever.
text message
That did not matter. That did not.
Yeah, no.
That was about groceries. Had nothing to do with what you're talking
Yeah,
about.
Nolan told me to get some bananas.
Allegedly.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
I like bananas.
Yeah, when I yeah.
Remember, it wasn't about what he's about to say.
Yeah, definitely.
That's not what I
Definitely.
sent him.
So
allegedly,
as an independent arbitrator that I am, I have been given the task by Mr. Nolan there to
Bro, that's not what I. Did you remember what I fucking texted? Bro, I did not text you anything to do with this.
No, I'm saying you gave me the task to
Oh,
pick
okay.
somebody.
Yeah. Go.
Holy shit. God damn.
I didn't send him anything about this.
No, it was about getting bananas, allegedly.
Oh my god, Nolan looks like a villain in the background right now.
I didn't tell him what to pick. Here you go.
I picked Bryce.
I win.
Fucking collusion. I
You have
swear
any
to
proof?
God.
Do you want to see the messages?
I want to see the messages.
Okay.
Bananas like a phallic object. The nut power.
What'd you say?
Delete that fucking shit right now.
show me your fucking text.
All right, hold
message.
on.
We
At least give it to the
we gotta give
viewers.
Justin at least 20 seconds to
Okay.
unlock his phone.
Oh my god, I can't see.
Literally, your screen is so fucking cracked.
Oh
I can't see anything.
you said Bryce and that's it.
No.
Oh.
It says Banna. Justin just spelled banana wrong, but it literally just says yes sir, Banna.
Okay. Well, you know what?
At the beginning.
And by the way, it doesn't say above those two deleted messages. It does not say that.
Should we
Wait.
plug our
Wait,
socials?
hold on a second. At the beginning, didn't I say something along the lines of it didn't matter which one I got because I was confident I was winning?
Yeah,
What
no,
the fuck are
yeah.
you talking about?
You did a
At
great
the
job.
beginning,
What does that mean? What are you trying to imply?
Bro, I'm saying I knew that I fucking Chris don't got shit on me. I said he got bullshit.
That's fair. I mean, I definitely agree.
I mean, there's a reason he's a smart guy.
That's why
Yeah.
impartially Justin chose you.
Yeah.
With
As
no
an
influence
impartial
from any other party.
arbitrator,
Dude, I even wrote notes like Kuroko no basket equals stupid.
I told y'all I didn't need.
I wrote that.
I told y'all I didn't need no notes.
yeah.
All right. So if you
I wrote
want,
everyone ooh so good.
Is it time for wait, give me like 2 seconds. Is it time for Chris reviews the media piece and reviews and says it with his mouth?
Okay.
so what
Well,
we
that
will-
was the sum.
What we
that
can
was
do-
I
it.
feel like we got a pretty.
I mean, I think that was pretty equivalent to that.
Yeah.
Oh, I mean, fuck. Okay.
I reviewed the Kuroko no part.
Real quick, number.
Speak it with your mouth, bro.
6 out of 10.
For what?
Like the whole
Kuroko no
thing?
basket.
What was the
Okay.
slammed up?
Slam dunk. 7.
Bro, you literally said it's better.
I did.
Dub.
All right. I think we're.
Okay, but here's the thing. I'd much rather watch Kuroko no basket.
Okay.
Every day.
Every day.
Classic.
Imagine
day.
if you watch this match every day.
Like from now on, every day he watches the friendship pass. It's like he watches in his room. Like, fuck
the will to fight for his
Or the
fight.
high five.
Yeah, when you're in your room. Yeah, that's what you say.
All right, now real quick before we fucking finally end this, let's all pet laughing real quick.
Well, what about plugging our socials?
Oh yeah, Nolan, I wrote a whole thing for you. Read that.
Okay, I gotta plug shit apparently. Okay, follow on Instagram at content. We haven't fixed the shit yet, have we? Follow on Instagram at content_crusade. Content is not capitalized, just like it is on our Twitter, where you can find us at capital content, capital crusade with a space in between. Okay,
There's no space.
and what the there's not a space here?
Yeah, there's no space.
There's more space there than in between your ears, dog. What the fuck? Okay.
There's no space.
And then on TikTok, we are at Content Crusaders Pod, all lowercase. By the way, no space on Twitter,
Yeah,
I've been
yeah,
told
yeah.
to say.
Yeah.
Even though there's definitely a space on this paper. Now, you can also check out a website we made apparently called contentcrusaderspod.com. That's the same as the TikTok, but with .com on the end.
And
And
on
no
that
space.
website, you can also go to any one of those socials.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
I also have written here, mom, dad, dog.
Read the first part.
What do you? Oh, okay. So it says here to share your podcast to everyone. Mom, dad, dog, your enemies.
Yes.
Whatever the fuck. Who the fuck actually is?
Just share it with everybody. Be like, yo.
Yeah.
Be like, yo, this.
Be like,
This
I
badass
hate
podcast.
you so much. I want you to listen to these
Or
people.
if you hate this podcast, give it to like share it with your enemies.
Yeah.
Be like,
I
yo,
hate
this piece of shit.
Please hate
Yeah.
it as well.
Yeah, yeah,
Because
no.
maybe we can become friends again.
Not to
Just
mention-
like Kuroko.
Or
became
Kyoshi.
super. Who?
Kyoshi, the Earthbender.
Get out of here.
Justin talking about
I can't
an
believe he
inferior show
remembered
right
that,
now.
but he doesn't know.
I
it's
am.
E2
I have to share this with my greatest enemy. Et2, Justin, like,
E2.
E2. There's a Y.
Oh, no, there's not.
there's not a
What is it? What is it
anywhere.
then?
Wait. Before you look it up, Justin, don't do it. Spell it right now.
I thought it was YTU and then what was the name again?
Like YTU.
I thought it was like E, like in
E2.
Spanish.
Yeah,
Yes.
like Spanish.
Wait, well, like, oh, are you talking about like
Et
Y
tu.
space TU?
Yeah.
No.
Did you learn that in Spanish
tu.
class?
Wait, hold on.
Justin's
hold
like, I remember this from Spanish class.
E2 Brutas.
Brutas.
Oh yeah, would you look at?
Oh, et. Oh,
Et2.
Et2.
It's almost like
Et tu,
I can't
brute.
believe.
Brute.
It says
I mean,
brute.
it does say
Oh,
brute.
All right,
hate
so
you
I
so
have
much.
starred on the page to say the best way to help the podcast is word of mouth.
So you
I
share
think-
with everybody.
Yeah, you share with
On social
everyone.
media and shit.
We love you
Yeah.
all.
Yeah.
Are we
This is-
done?
Oh, wait,
pretty
wait,
good.
real quick.
Hopefully. Okay, wait, we
Wait,
got
wait,
something
what do we
else.
got? What do
One
we
more
got
thing. One more thing.
Yeah,
I
one more
feel like-
real
Is
quick
this
thing.
the ad?
Huh?
Do
No,
we
we're
got-
doing that. We're doing that after this.
Within the
Okay,
last,
guys, we're not doing an ad.
I got to read my dictionary email.
No, like, can I do it?
Okay, yeah.
You want to do it? Yeah,
Yeah,
but I think okay. So
do it in the voice of Justin.
context. And before we start context,
No, I can't use Justin's voice.
I emailed the dictionary because I thought their definition of hot was whack.
Okay, so
Okay.
to whom it may, this is not what it says actually. It
So
says, to whom is may concern.
Oh,
Wait, really? Bro, they are gonna read that and throw that shit in the garbage. Did you not proofread that?
because I fucked up.
Okay,
It's only like 3 words in.
it's only the third word.
I emailed the dictionary and fucked up immediately. Like, what?
To whom
God.
is may concern, I am
Swear
contacting
to
you
God, dude.
regarding a typo I have found in the dictionary.
Oh my god!
I like how what you're trying to fix is not what a typo is.
Yeah, it's not. I read that and I was like, this is not a typo
It
at all.
regards the definition of the word hot. Okay, so that's first of all, they're gonna read that and then they're for sure done. That's not what that is. Typo does not mean that. Okay, to most people,
before they read it, they're gonna get like all their colleagues like, bro, look at this shit, look at this head ass, like, let's figure this shit
Look
together.
at this guy's head off right now.
okay, so then it says to most people, this typo I am referring to may not seem like one, comma, but as a revolutionary attempting to reshape the world for the better, I find this specific typo to be quite whack, and I find my sentence structure to be a little off here.
That was not in the email.
Your second definition of the adjective hot in quotations is parentheses of food containing or consisting of pungent spices or peppers which produce a burning sensation when tasted, end quote.
That sounds hot.
The reason I am bringing this typo to your attention is because only a lunatic would refer to something spicy as hot in quotations. When I hear someone describe something they consume as hot in quotations, I think they are describing something as having a high degree of heat or a high temperature. You know what has a high degree of heat? M&M. Now, I thought I would bring this typo to Merriam-Webster's attention, like the guy, like the two people that made it.
Merriam-Webster. Oh, is that two people? I thought that was a company.
Merriam-Webster.
Yeah, I think it's the two people that made it together.
Oh,
it's their last names, I think.
Okay. Well,
I mean,
now I know
it's
that.
the company now.
I mean, you even
Yeah.
put the hyphen. Do you think people hyphenate between their first and last name?
Huh?
Do you
Whatever.
hyphenate Justin Allen?
No, I thought it was a company name.
Oh,
I mean,
yes,
it is now.
too.
It is
Okay.
now.
Well, okay,
So-
I realized that.
So
Yeah.
this can be brought to the attention of the higher ups. If something is not done
The
about,
Merriam-Webster elite.
dude, you can't make
At
up
the
this
end,
next
it's like if
sentence.
something is not
Wait,
done
wait,
about
wait.
this, I will plant a bomb
So-
in the basement of
Allegedly,
Merriam-Webster's.
No, I would never do that. No.
Allegedly.
That is
Listen-
allegedly.
Okay, listen to this sentence. You cannot make up that this happened. If something is not done about error in the dictionary, and then, by the way, he just randomly in that part just comma splices. Okay, I apologize for this threat.
This is not a legend.
Wait,
Okay, so then he says, I apologize for this threat, but, by the way, no comma before the but, just wrong sentence structure.
Oh my God.
I will have no choice but to declare war and create my own dictionary in order to, in order has a hyphen in between the two words.
Well, yeah, it's in order.
no.
It has a hyphen. It definitely has a hyphen. It definitely does.
No, it does not.
Oh my
To
god.
restore peace upon the English language and save us from the sins that your company's committing. By the way, everything after if something is not done about error in the dictionary is one sentence. and then,
Oh my god.
and then it ends with sincerely, comma, enter space, Justin Allen. I guess.
Bro, I swear,
Beautiful.
we gotta like be checking out their Twitter account because they're gonna post that with like a
That-
laughing emoji, and that's it.
That's like, that's great.
That's gold.
If you ever look at those kind of like reviews or something on a thing,
Dude.
this is the kind of we have that kind of guy
Honestly,
on this podcast.
Can we
Listen.
Can we like actually pay to get that like printed on a large sheet of paper and like frame it and like put it on the wall somewhere?
Yeah,
Definitely.
We make a
want part
poster
of
out of
it, yeah.
that.
Put that on in the Vaughn Studios.
Yeah.
My parents would come in here and see it on the wall and they'd be like, what the fuck is that?
All right. Shall we end?
yes,
That was a pretty
please.
good end.
Let's
Yeah.
get out of here.
All right.
That was a good one.
Bye.
Have a good one, everyone. Love you.